Hello, hello.
Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Wow, wow. Yikes. Hello. Thank you for the pat. Get jazzed to death, I guess. Good morning to anyone who wasn't fully awake yet. Jesus Christ. Hey!
I hope you're all doing fine. Welcome back to
Tyrion Cuthbert.
We are in the middle of chapter 5.
It's gonna be... I would like to see if I can actually make it through the rest of the game, but... We'll see. We'll see how long it's actually going to be.
Let's try.
It's not impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna... Using on the Kingsguard's teleportation network, you arrive back in Rat home. Due to Celeste's insistence, you're being escorted by a division of the Kingsguard. It'll definitely make you look out of place. As you walk through the city, you draw strange looks from nearly everyone who sees you. So, where will we be heading first? It's a little strange giving orders to knights. It's definitely going to take some time getting used to. There was no time in that sentence. What's wrong? There's definitely something I'm fundamentally missing, but what? Just don't push yourself too hard, okay? Yeah, I'll try to pace myself. Anyways, we should speak with each of the suspects and confirm their alibis. That might help me finally put things together. Each of the nobles has returned to their respective homes, but our teleportation network should help you travel around Rivengard. That is very good. That means I can just teleport wherever the fuck I want, which is good. So let's start here. Not that I have much of a choice anyway. You arrive at Frigga Manor hoping to speak with Leif and Miriam. After some asking around, one of the servants mentions that they appear to be entertaining guests in the study. You normally wouldn't interrupt them, but you've already eaten up a lot of time traveling here. Whatever they're discussing can wait. I see that the study tracker runs up to you and begins barking. But once he sees who you are, he comes down. This fucking face on the... Why do you look like that? Hello, friends. Sorry for Bork's truck. I thought he smelled something bad. Oh, Mr. Cuthbert. You scan the room and see that Miriam is there too. And they appear to be speaking with Lord Asclepius. I don't care, I'm gonna keep saying his name like asleep. He looks very suspicious, like, did you eat something you shouldn't have? What you got in the mouth, boss? Sorry for watching in, Lee. No, it's no problem at all. Emotions imply that she already knows why you're here. I'll skip the pleasantries. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about what happened? Of course. Of course. I'll do anything to help with Lady Stewie's situation. Should I leave? No, you were there with me when everything happened. Any testimony will substantiate my alibi. Oh! Why are you mad? If it's an alibi, I'll take it. Leave. I'm sure you know why I'm here, but I just want to preface this by saying that I highly doubt you were behind this. Oh, I perfectly understand. Frankly, I'm also at a loss. I have no idea who did this. What are you talking about? It was clearly a criminal, the Eye Taker. Why did you go interrogate him? How? You know where he lives? Because I sure don't. Make no mistake, we fully intend to, but I'd like to cover everyone else before I confront him. Let him be, Miriam. But it's his fault that Beatrice is... Our sister knew what she was doing when she gave her testimony. Now let's hold her bravery by blaming Mr. Cuthbert for what happened.
Hi, hello.
What? Anyways, Mr. Cuthbert has shown many times that he's acting in good faith. And he's capable of convicting criminals that even we can see. Yeah, I'm sorry about your sisters. Sister... One singular sister. I'm sorry about your sister. Remember. You mentioned Beatrice before. Did something happen? Do we even know if the Eye Taker is still alive? Well, see, that's the thing. I am assuming he is. With the way everyone's acting, I'm assuming he still is alive. But to be fair, no, we do not actually know. I think it would be kind of unbecoming death if he just died at the end of chapter 4 without anyone noticing, though. So I'm holding on to it. Mel knows because Mel has played the game, but we don't. Did something happen? It happened right after she gave her testimony this morning. She fell unconscious shortly after she left the Skate Lord's lair. She hasn't woken up since then, and Marinette has gone missing.
What? It must have been the Empress of Discord. After you manifested Lady Steelwind's blood contract, we all realized why she was acting so strangely.
Right. If it weren't for her, I would have never considered trying to issue a divine edict. She sacrificed herself to save Lady Steelwind. It seems our esteemed sister put her trust in you, commoner. So we will do the same. If there's anything we can do to help you, please ask.
Sure. Keep talking.
I appreciate your trust, all of you.
But I have to ask, where were y'all between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. that day?
And luckily we were all together.
That makes things easy.
Me, Leaf, Miriam, Beatrice, and her friend were all in the garden before 2 p.m. But at around 2 p.m, my sister Miss Ilmeda both went missing. I can't believe we trusted her to take care of our sister. Shh now, Miriam. If the Empress of Discord took control of her, there's hardly anything Miss Ilmeda could do to stop it.
You're saying this, implying the Empress of Discord took control of hers if she isn't the Empress of Discord herself. Like, from everything we've seen so far?
I really do hope she's okay. She's been missing since the massacre.
You mentioned that you all went to search for her. Did you see anything?
No, we were originally planning to search the cathedral grounds, but when we arrived at the nave, we found Esther trapped in a force cage.
Did any of you lose track of each other during that time? No, we stayed together for the entire time, but we did consider splitting up to cover more ground.
The Kingsguard found us and asked us to stay where we were.
Right. I suppose that makes sense. And did you see Iris at all when this happened?
No, we never saw her. Fucking.
I'm always trying to talk through the trains because maybe that way the microphone doesn't pick as much of the trains as like me, but...
Beatrice, Freyga, and Iris Ilmeda were accounted for in the garden until 2 p.m, but after that they both went missing. Iris supposedly lost track of Beatrice and searched for her in the garden. Lee, Freyga, Miriam, Freyga, and Lazarick Asclepius were together and were about to search for Beatrice at 2:05 p.m. However, they were stopped by the Kingsguard, who reported that a glyph of contingency had just trapped Esther the Wyvernut in a fool's cage.
The trains could be part of the soundtrack. The funniest thing is, I was talking with friends earlier, and one of them was playing Paranormacide, and a train passed by, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry about the trains. And they went, oh, I thought this was part of the game. Like, yes, you are currently in a high school. I think the train noise is definitely part of the soundtrack.
Hello there! Thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
She went missing at the same time that Beatrice did. That's really suspicious.
You don't think...
It's definitely possible that she was involved in this somehow. Not to mention the I take as one of her suspects, and she's his daughter.
She's his what?
You didn't know? I thought that Beatrice would have told you.
No, she didn't mention that at all.
Looks like Iris has a lot to answer for. If you can even find her, that is. Yeah. What else? I suppose I'll stop beating around the bush. Have any of you made a blood contract with the demon lately?
How dare you, this arrogant little peasant! No, I understand where he's coming from. I want to understand, but the very idea is infuriating. For everyone present, our sister was the only person with known ties to a demon. If she were to share that secret to anyone, it would have been with us.
You didn't catch any incriminating thoughts from them through the eye, but you've been misled by it before. Nevertheless, we still have no idea who the patron is. I was actually meaning to ask you during the trial. Can you use this divine edict of yours to figure out who the patron is? Well, see, the thing is, I can only issue a divine edict if I actually know the demon's name that I'm calling out. I'm surprised that the whole, the patron thing even worked. Now, to manifest a blood contract, I need the title of the demon and the name of the human who made that contract with. I understand that, but why not just brute force it? What? Due to the king's funeral, the Kingsguard has a detailed list of everyone who was present during the massacre. Whoever this patron is, they were working together with the Empress of Discord. That must mean they made a blood contract with her, yes. That's right. I could just keep issuing divine edicts until a blood contract appears.
I don't think that's how this works.
My guy, do you even know how much energy it takes to issue these things? I don't think you just have unlimited tries.
Is that safe?
There's only one way to find. Don't do that.
You take out your notes and begin looking at your list of suspects. You might be at this for a while, so you might as well go in alphabetical order. Clear your throat in preparation. Empress of Discord, wherever you may hide, release your guards and manifest your blood contract with us to divide the guard. Tyrion, what's wrong? You collapse to the ground as you suddenly find yourself overcome in immense pain. What? What's happening to him? Lazarick, use your magic to heal him. Right. See, if you call out things that don't exist, then... You silly, silly boy. You may be half human, but you can't just go around declaring lies like that. What? And I was really looking forward to bringing you to the end of this. I haven't even started to have my fun yet. Who are you? Actually, I suppose that contract is still in effect. I guess my hands are tied. I'll save you just this once. Tyrion, please wake up. Hi! Celeste. You okay? You most certainly don't feel okay. You can feel every part of your body aching. It's painful for you to even sit up like this. You okay, friend? Yeah. What happened? You died! You died! What? I never brought anyone back from something like that. That was my strongest spell too. You have no idea how lucky you are. If I wasn't here, who knows what might have happened. I don't understand. The last thing I remember was issuing my divine edict. Wait. Was that the cause? I've done it before without any problems. I just used it this morning because the one you called out was an actual existing one, my god. Why did the divine edict harm you? Because Asta doesn't have a blood contract with with the Empress of Discord. Bruh. It might be because Asta doesn't have a blood contract with the Empress. If demons are unable to lie, the same might hold true for angels as well. The divine edict must be some sort of divine power, so asking for a blood contract that doesn't exist might be considered a lie. Sorry, it's my fault for suggesting it. No, I was being reckless. Just be more careful. I don't think my heart can take this. Well, at least we know Asta didn't do this to no one's surprise. That was the most obvious one. By the way, you should still make note of this. Like, I'm sorry. Why would you start an alphabetical order? Asta the Wyvern God has no blood contract with the Empress of Discord. Obviously. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Anyways, it's clear that I can't just brute force this. I'll just have to wait until I'm certain of the patron's identity. So please be careful. Anyways, looks like you found everything you can here. Perhaps you should move somewhere else. Okay, we died. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go somewhere where we don't die. Maybe. You're right back at the Grand Cathedral of the Scaled Lord. You probably won't need to investigate the crime scenes again, but you wonder if Asta or Lucio might be here. Mr. Cuthbert. Hi. As you enter, you're approached by Asta, Alaric, and Lucio. How's your investigation? Are you okay? You look quite pale. Yeah, there was a bit of an accident earlier. You're a little too embarrassed to admit that you almost ended up dying. Well, try to exude more caution next time. It'd be dishonorable if you didn't fall by my hand. I'm not planning on dying to anyone for that matter, especially not you. Why is everything you say so aggressive? Anyways, you finally have your next suspect here. But judging from the evidence you've gathered, it's very unlikely that Asta's the patron. I do wonder if you saw something though. I just died for a spell, you know.
Just a little bit, owie. Just a little bit.
Oh. Why are you looking at me like that, Cuthbert? Oh, sorry. After he attacked you in Frigga Manor, you've always been a little wary of him. If it weren't for Celeste's reflexes, he might have very well killed you that day. I'm not going to attack you again. Tell it to her, not to me. I hope you can understand my uneasiness. You did almost kill me the first time we met. What? That's not. It's because you are Heavensborn. What? Huh? How do you know? I mean, yes, you know that now, but how did you know that back then? What does me being a Heavensborn have to do with this?
It's difficult to explain to someone like you, but warriors such as I must hone and develop our senses to survive in battle. Eventually we develop the ability to sense hidden enemies and anticipate danger. I'd heard that such senses are heightened when in the presence of extraplanar entities. Until I met you and Beatrice Freya's familiar, I thought those stories were complete nonsense. Me and Marinette? As the heavens born, your blood is said to originate from the heavens. I wouldn't go so far as to say that I believe in the existence of other planes, but I admit that I still feel a certain aura from you that doesn't feel quite human. That's why you attacked me? I was exuding a threatening aura? It was actually the opposite. Your aura was too calming and benign? I thought it must be some kind of trick or illusion. I see. That's quite an astounding ability. What about you, McCoy? What? Did you not sense a similar aura when you first met him? Is that true? Well... I was in my dad. It's kind of cute. Yeah! B9! Guess the demons really can be quite able to trick people always telling the truth. I mean, yeah. You just have to make it so complicated. It's not obvious at first glance. It was kind of similar. For some reason you feel a little embarrassed. They're so cute together. Esther, I'm sure you know why I'm here. It's because I'm one of your suspects, isn't it? Your Majesty, you are the reigning king of Ivengard. I expect you to conduct yourself with more dignity. Man, my dad literally died. His dad died just earlier. Calm the fuck down. Of course, my apologies, Lord Stewart. Anyways, questioning you is honestly a formality at this point. Really? A lot of the evidence works in your favor. He doesn't have a blood contract with the Empress after all. But I appreciate your word of confidence nonetheless. Yeah, not with the Empress, but he could have thrown him with someone else. And I have something in my eyes that I want to be able to read. Please. And see. Okay. Let's try this again. Someone calling him McCoy. There's very little people who actually call her by her last name. I feel like. Lucy, have you made any headway in figuring out who set that trap for Asta? No, I haven't. It's really easy that you let someone get that close to my father's body. I can't begin to apologize for my man's incompetence. If we were more vigilant, perhaps we could have avoided this whole tragedy entirely. It would be funny. It's just like, oh, he doesn't have one with the Empress, and like he doesn't have one with he has one with a demon, but it's not even for like a bad reason or anything. He's not a villain of any kind. He just has a contract with the demon because fuck, why not? Which is cool. Do it. You just call me Ch. I'm Ch now. Hi, I'm Ch. I like the color pink, visual novels, and JRPGs. So your man were guarding the late king's coffin. Yes, there wasn't a single moment when his body was left unguarded. We found traces of illusion magic at the location of the Force Cage, although we're still not sure about who could have set the trap. There are also members of the King's Guard that can cast both Force Cage and Glyph of Contingency. Many of them were comatose during the massacre. We did have Lord... yeah. So we don't even know if one of them betrayed us. I think my men are that weak, Your Majesty. I think anyone can be made weak when put through enough stress. Regardless, we have no way of telling who may have been guarding the coffin when the trap was set. This means that we have no way of telling when that Glyph of Contingency was set. I was actually meaning to ask about that. Couldn't we wait for the 48 hours to elapse? If we make note of the exact time the traces of evocation disappear, we can look backwards to discern the exact time the trap was set. Well, normally we could. When the spell activated, unfortunately panicked and cast a firebolt to try to destroy it. Of course, I didn't even put a dent in the Force Cage. Because of that, he left traces of evocation at the exact location of the Glyph of Contingency. We can't discern which traces were left by the Patron's Glyph of Contingency or His Majesty's Firebolt. That's unfortunate. Terribly sorry about that. 2 p.m. Esther of Ivengard went to pay his respects at his father's coffin. Unbeknownst to him, however, there was a Glyph of Contingency set to trap him inside the Force Cage. The trap triggered and Esther was trapped in a magical cage for its duration. Esther attempted to break the Force Cage by casting Firebolt. This created fresh traces of evocation, which makes it impossible to tell when the Glyph of Contingency was placed. There were traces of illusion magic at the crime scene. This might imply that someone hid themselves from the guards as they set this trap. Can't blame him for reacting like that. That's going to make figuring out who did this that much more difficult. Okay. Have either of you spoken to Arya since the trial? We have. I think she's doing the best she can, all things considered. No thanks to you. What? She's only in this situation because of you. Lucio, that's not me. You're the one who's hard to see prosecuting her. She's far too weak for this. If that's what you truly think of her, you're grossly misunderstanding the kind of person that she is. She defied the role you tried to force onto her, and she instead dedicated herself to fixing our broken kingdom. Ever since it started, all you've done is insult her. You know nothing about her, and she's far stronger than you realize. Despite her lineage, she's always carved her own path and pursued her own justice. Her own path. She only became a prosecutor because of His Majesty. What are you talking about? She became a prosecutor to fix our corrupt justice system from the inside. And who do you think put those ideas into her mind? If she wanted to fix our justice system, she could have easily done so by slowly weakening House Sybil's influence. But she knew about your strange idolization of Ruby Tamora, and she knew how closely you followed each and every one of her cases. I know why she became a prosecutor. She thought that if she became like your idol and defeated her, you might finally notice her. You're wrong, Lucio. Arya Steven would never care about me that much, and that is where you're wrong! She's just a little tsundere about how she feels. Jesus. How she feels. Are you seriously that dense? When you were still engaged to Lady Frigga, you flaunted your relationship in front of my daughter with no regard to her feelings. I remember each and every time I heard her silently crying in the quarters because of how oblivious you are. She changed every part of herself in order to please you. Is he getting angry on her behalf? I had no idea. My daughter is far stronger than any of us. She's weak when it comes to you. Lucio, there's no point in fighting amongst ourselves. We stay focused on the investigation. It seems that he cares for Arya a lot more than you realized, and the eye shows that his feelings are genuine. But then why is he doing everything he can to connect her? The mood is a little tense. I must ask you, Cuthbert, why are you going to such lengths for my daughter? What do you mean? Surely you understand the gravity of the situation. By taking part in this trial, you restore the ire of both the nobility and whoever this Empress of Discord is. What are you planning? Winning! Lucio, I'm not planning anything. Please, do you honestly expect me to believe that you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart? Yes! I'm good friends with your daughter. Well, I could be better friends with her, but I think we're getting there. Well... Scared Lord, you actually are doing it for that reason. Is this what all Heavensborn are like? I don't like thinking about it that way. I just can't stand by while I see injustice taking place. Even if you're standing in my way, I'll do whatever it takes to save Arya. I wouldn't throw a bunch of promises so loosely. I'm not. I will save her, Lucio. Anyways, it appears that you still have no idea who set that trap for Esther. Judging from the spell companions you have, neither Arya nor Beatrice could have set the trap. But the patron could also be a mage, that means that they could have set the trap too. Either way, it looks like you won't be getting any new information here, and you highly doubt the person who orchestrated this is any of the people you've met thus far. There's one last person you need to talk to. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Lucio doesn't understand the genre he's part of. There's no way you would do this out of the goodness of your own heart. Yes, yeah. No. I'll see if he's still alive then. You make your way back to the alleyway that Tamora brought you to a month ago. It would be too conspicuous to bring the King's Guard with you. They've hidden themselves in a building nearby. It gives you less than an enchanted runestone to hold and channel her magic into. If she ever stops focusing her magic into it, the King's Guard will be notified and they'll storm the building. Are you ready? Yeah, let's do this. The Eye-Tech is your prime suspect. Everyone else has an alibi and lacks a motive. Not to mention, Ares was with Beatrice when she went missing. You don't want to suspect her, but her father is a criminal. And she still hasn't turned up since the massacre. Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. There's no one there. What? Yeah, there's no one here. Of course there wouldn't be anyone here. They are not going to keep a place that is now, like, pretty much public knowledge. Damn it. Of course he's not here. You betrayed him and you knew where his hideout was. Take a close look at the desk he was sitting at during your previous visit. There's a thick layer of dust on it. It doesn't look like anyone's been here for a while. He must have moved his operation elsewhere the day you convicted Beatrice. There's no point in staying hidden anymore. You see Celeste toss the King's Guard's runestone onto the ground. A few seconds later, you hear the footfalls of soldiers rushing towards your location. Sim freezes his against the room, sees no one else there. Be careful, sir! They appear to have turned themselves invisible! They're not here, you idiot! Oh. You let a frustrated sigh to take a seat on a chair nearby. A cloud of dust is launched into the air as you do so. You're the last piece we needed. None of the other suspects had the means nor the motive to do this. He's truly long gone by now. It's over. I'm sorry. You did everything you could, didn't you? But it wasn't good enough. What if you knew that it was a long shot? If you were involved in this, he'd definitely keep his head down. What do you do now? There has to be someone who knows where he is. Wait a minute. Actually, there is one person who might know where he is. What do you... Wait, you don't mean... At this point, it's the only option we have. Are you sure? You two aren't exactly... I know, but I can't let my personal feelings get in the way of saving Arya. You're not looking forward to seeing her again. At least that's what you keep telling yourself. You have to process these feelings later. You have a job to do. Well, we do technically know one Ooh, we've never actually been here before. Funky office. You arrive at the office of Tamora's law firm. According to Arya, Tamora is still practicing. So it looks like she hasn't gone into hiding like the eye taker apparently did. And if anyone knows where he currently is, she will. Bring your hand up to knock on the door, but you stop for a moment. Sir. After everything that's happened, you still don't feel ready to face her. For the past month, all those things you said to her keep replaying in your mind. You feel the familiar warmth of Celeste's hand again. A deep breath and steel your resolve. You knock on the door. Every moment of silence thereafter fills you with anxiety and dread. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but I'm not currently accepting clients at... Cuthbert! Hey! She looks completely frozen for a while, but her gaze narrows as she notices a legion of knights escorting you. You are here to arrest me? No, of course not. Can we come in? Yes, of course. It is. I really like the soundtrack though. They really went all out with this one. You take a seat inside the office, but you can't really think of anything to say. And the knights aren't really helping to alleviate the tension. Hey, Celeste, could you take the knights outside into a pyramid of the building? But, are you sure? I am. What if something happens? Celeste, we're in a populated building in the capital city of Rivengard. I think I'll be fine. No, but... Sorry, you're right. At the motion of her hand, the knights follow her out of the office. Right before she leaves, she waits at the door and looks at you for a while. After a while, she realizes how long she's been staring and quickly closes the door. I like the sprite on her so much. She's so cute. A smiling face, okay. No, you're associated with these streams that are gonna be over soon because we're gonna be done with the game soon. I can't do that. Yeah, I can make that mouth. Now then, let's get this over with. Small talk. Is Celeste okay? She seems a bit on edge right now. Yeah, I think she's just been overprotective lately. We're so back! It's over! We're so back! I will. One day. I was planning on reading it all in one go when it originally ended, and then they were like, oh, actually we're continuing Chainsaw Man, so volume 13 is not the last one, so... I don't really blame her. I did almost die a few times in the last few days. What? It's a long story. I don't think I'm even allowed to talk about it, especially not with you. The last part came out with a little more disdain than you intended. You take a deep breath. I received your letters. Oh, did you? I haven't gotten the chance to read them yet. Of course, whenever you're not busy. This is really awkward, but you were going to have this conversation sooner or later. Perhaps it would be best to just be direct. Yeah.
Let's do it!
I mean, I haven't read it at all yet, so I know only a few things about Chainsaw Man that I've seen, like a few spoilers here and there, but I know not how to put them together, so... Mr. Mora, I trusted you. I know. I trusted you. I told you everything about myself. I put all of my hopes into you, and you lied to me. You told a criminal about the Eye of Horus. It took me years before I was comfortable enough to tell you about it, and you knew that. Why did you even adopt me? You could have just left me in Orinox and moved on with your life. Why would you pull me into this? It sounds like she's trying to look for an answer, but nothing comes to her. I started thinking about what my life could have been like. I could have done so many things. I might have been able to move on from losing my mother. You adopted me. You made my entire life focused around that one moment. Ooh. I had a son once. Before you, I mean. What? I wasn't always a city person. I used to live in an old farm town just like McCoy's. My son and I used to run an old tea shop, just the two of us. Wait, you ran a tea shop? It's ridiculous now that I think about it. I was really happy back then. And what happened? One night, a local nobleman had too much to drink at the local tavern. He barged into our shop and started destroying it with his magic. My son tried to stop him, but the Inquisition swept that entire case under the rug, obviously. He said that the nobleman felt threatened and acted in self-defense. Shit, I never told you about this before. What was his name? It was Ryan. Oh. Tyrion? Ryan? What did you do after Ryan died? I thought long and hard about what I wanted to do. Ah, there we go! Slowly finding my way back to her voice. There we go. I was hurt and blinded by rage, so I decided I would take justice into my own hands. You didn't... No. At the time I thought that killing him would be too easy. I broke into his manor and found every incriminating document I could find. I found everything from records of illegitimate children to plots he was making against other noble houses. I released everything to the public. It absolutely ruined him. That's when I realized that there was a way to make them pay. You didn't have to harm or kill anyone. You could just beat them at their own game. You used the rules and laws they made against them. Just like an attorney. Yeah, just like an attorney. When I realized that, I moved to the city and started studying law. I read every book there was to read about abiding God's laws, and I learned how to work the system. I started representing clients who were clearly being framed by the nobility. But I really didn't care about saving them. I just wanted to see the look on each noble's face when I implicated them with irrefutable evidence. It got more difficult. As I started punching higher, the nobles got smarter and more influential. I continued to acquit my clients, but the trials got closer and closer each time. But I was arrogant, and I felt invincible. I thought that no matter what happened, justice would prevail. And then your mother's case happened. I've never met someone that remarkable before. She had this way of making you feel happy, no matter what kind of mood you were in. Yeah, I remember. But I failed her, and I failed you. Miss Tamara, I never once blamed you for what happened. I know, but it doesn't change the fact that I couldn't acquit her. She was executed because I didn't do enough. When you asked me to train you to be an attorney, I was blinded by my desperation. I felt so alone and helpless. I wanted someone, anyone, to carry this burden with me. So how pathetic must I have been that I looked for that in a grieving 10-year-old child? When I looked at you, all I wanted to see was myself. I saw a hurt and broken person who wanted revenge and nobility. But I was too self-centered to realize that you were nothing like me. You care about people, and you cared more about saving your clients than harming the nobility. I think I knew all along, but I just refused to see it. Maybe you were right about me. What? Maybe I was just using you to make myself feel better. I took you from your home and forced you to dedicate your life to my dream. Maybe I never really cared. If I did care about you, I would have never pulled you into a life like this. I'm sorry, and I can't begin to apologize for doing that to you. The eye shows that the feelings are genuine, but does that even matter at this point? Hey, I've been thinking long and hard about this. I want to forgive you, Mr. Mora, but I don't know if I can. I don't blame you, but I want to try. She looks away from you for a moment as she wipes a single tear. Mr. Mora. No, don't call me that. What? If you can truly find it in your heart to forgive me, I want things to be different this time. I'm not your superior nor your mentor anymore. We're equals now. So call me by my first name. Okay. Ruby? Saying it feels really strange after all these years, but you hope you can get used to it. It's a very nice part where she's smiling, but still. God damn it. Wait, I almost forgot the entire reason why I came here. What is it? I didn't just come here to reconcile. I mean, Celeste is also calling her by her first name. A bunch of parents from friends I'm also calling by their first name because they don't like being called by like, oh, Mr. or Mrs. last name, whatever. So I actually need your help with something. Okay. I need you to help me speak to the eye taker. Tyrion, I know considering the circumstances it would probably strain your partnership with him even more. Tyrion, if you just tell me where he is, I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't get traced back to you. Tyrion, the eye taker is dead. Okay, never mind.
Now we know he is dead.
What? He died right after you convicted Beatrice. He was lynched by a mob of civilians. What? Everyone's saying that was some sort of retaliation from House Freyga. Didn't you notice that he didn't send anyone after you? But Ares said... Wait a minute. We already had a conversation about you. I think he'll be costing you anytime soon. Uh-huh. Then why would Ares say that then? Who's Ares? What? You've met her before. She has long black hair and she wears a black dress. She really likes black. Anyway, she's the eye taker's daughter? Tyrion, the eye taker's daughter has red hair. What? She was there when we spoke to him during Beatrice's trial. What are you talking about? Oh! She was never at that meeting. What? What's going on? She was clearly dead. If it weren't for an intervention, the eye taker would have attacked at the very moment. Why are you remembering things differently? Oh, she really going to forget sign. Yeah, forget sign. No. Tyrion, what's wrong?
Yeah, I see what you mean with the spiral. But it's just like two different colors.
Two circles. Three circles, technically, I guess. Why are you looking at me like that? Part of you really hopes that you're wrong about this. And why are Ruby's memories different from yours? Did you sign contract by any chance? It's the only explanation you can think of, but why? Her memories seem intact except for her memories of Ares. Since her disappearance, you've highly suspected that she was involved in this. Not only was she at the scene of the crime, she went missing at the same time that Beatrice did. But you never thought to ask one question. Who is Ares Elmander? I don't know. Who could she be? A flood of memories come back to you. Yep. And Celeste has never liked being near her. Yeah, and I also like you.
Thank you for the idea time.
There's still very little you know about demons. So what's to say that one can't take the appearance of a human? Right. Still a long shot, but there's one way to find out for sure. Tyrion, talk to me. What's wrong? Ruby, I'm about to do something stupid. If I fall unconscious, I need you to call Celeste and tell her to contact Lord Asclepius or the Archduke. What? If you're wrong about this, there's no way either of them will get here in time, but it's already late and the trial resumes tomorrow. You can't waste any more time traveling to either of their locations. Here is your mother, wherever and whatever you are. By the Eye of Horus, I issue upon you a divine edict. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract with Ruby tomorrow. So you finally figured it out, my dearest Tyrion. This entire time I've been chasing you. You have. It's been so entertaining watching you scramble around. You're making contracts with people across Vivengard. You took control of Arya and Beatrice. Why? Why would you want to do any of this? Oh, I can't possibly reveal all my secrets. This isn't the proper stage of our final battle. Cute. Suppose you've come this far. So how about I give you a little gift? On signing this contract, Ruby tomorrow grants the Empress of Discord access to her memories. At any time, the Empress may view any and all of tomorrow's memories. In addition to that, the Empress may instantaneously change and alter her memories whenever she wishes. Aha! How many blood contracts do you have then? Literally everyone, ever? What was that? Ruby, Ares Ilmad is a demon. And she's not just any demon, she's the Empress of Discord. And you signed a blood contract with her? That's why you can't remember anything about her. What? Tyrion, I swear on my life that I didn't know anything about this. I know. She probably tricked you into signing this. Just like she tricked Arya. Arya? What does the prosecutor have to do with this? Come on, you two. I know things are kind of tense, but there's no need to. What are you holding? Is that a blood contract? Celeste. Ares is the Empress of Discord. Who would have fucking guessed?
Oh my god.
What? It was her the entire time. She was over Discord. Yeah. She's been making blood contracts all over Vivengard to get everyone to be her Discord kittens. She tricked Arya into signing a blood contract with her. And she probably controlled her and Beatrice to orchestrate the entire massacre. This mystery is obvious to his readers and not to the characters. Fair, very fair.
Thank you for the plastic tag.
Ruby really wanted nitro. Become my Discord kitten and I'll buy you nitro for an entire year. And meow for me.
What?
Ooh. She probably controlled her and Beatrice to orchestrate the entire massacre. What? Tyrion, this is crazy. I know I was scared of her that one time, but how could Ares be a demon? She looks nothing like Marina. I know how unbelievable it is, but I used my divine edict with her name. That wouldn't have worked unless she was a demon.
Yay! I am an ankle.
Hi, good evening. Yeah, I guess I can't disagree with that. We need to contact the Grand General immediately. But if she's really a demon, is it even possible to arrest her? It's already been a day. For someone like her, that would be more than enough time to skip town. We need to speak with the Archduke about this. Thank you, Ruby. You've helped us more than you could ever know. Yeah, of course. Celeste, let's meet up with everyone. We'll need to discuss our next course of action. Right. You're about to leave Ruby's office when she stops you. Tyrion, have you been using the Eye of Horus lately? Yeah. I can't say much about what I'm doing right now, but I am in the middle of a case. It's just that... What's wrong? Never mind. I don't think it's my place to say anything. I think I'm just being my usual paranoid self. I'm not the one with the ability to read minds anyways. So if you're not seeing it, it's probably nothing. Ah! No, please tell me. Don't... Okay. I know you can tell me about what you're doing. I have no idea what could possibly involve the Kingsguard, Steelwind, and the Empress of Discord. But just stay safe, okay? You're the only family I have left. I will. I promise. Thank you. You finally found the lead you've been looking for, but you're not sure where this will take you. Knowing what you know now, you're almost a little afraid of what might happen. Who is Ares? Why would she go to the trouble of orchestrating any of this? She's not only personally the Eye-Taker's daughter, she also pretended to be your friend. What's her goal in all of this? Hopefully tomorrow will finally bring you the answers you're looking for. What kind of angle? So where somebody responded with a cute angle. Is something wrong, Commander? Don't play dumb with me. You told me what you really are. What's your game, demon? Why would you just deliver yourself to our doorstep?
Oh, Orim, I've put far too much work into the story to miss the final act. Can't wait to see how this ends.
You killed 3 people and enslaved an innocent girl. Probably more. Is this all some kind of game to you?
That's exactly what this is to me. I'll admit, looking back, it does feel a bit... derivative? I think I've done enough to differentiate myself from those that came before. It's a shame about the timing of it all, though.
You're goddamn insane. The riff is like a river. Damn it! Derivative!
That took you long enough to notice. Yes, the Oafish Inquisition Commander does have some observational skills after all.
Whatever. You just better not try anything.
You know I can't lie, so I'll reassure you. I promise I won't harm anyone while I'm in this prison. Finally approaching the climax, Tyrion. No more deductions, no more talking, no more god-awful teasing where we both know who was really behind this. It's just me and you. And me! The player!
Who's actually controlling all of this, because technically this is a game.
Hello, your lordship. I think this is the first time we've met. You're a lot smaller than I expected.
Do you at least get some kind of also demonoid? Demonoid? What? Demon-looking form, or do you stay as a human? Who's this woman? Why have you brought a civilian before the Scaled Lord? People of the court, thank you for your patience. Until now, we've known this woman as Ares Illmatter, and ever since the massacre, we've been trying to determine who orchestrated this. We only knew that Arya Steven signed a blood contract with a demon called the Empress of Discord. We still knew very little about this demon. We had no idea who they were or what they even looked like. But we know the truth now. People of the Vivengard nobility, the woman on the witness stand isn't a civilian. She's a demon known as the Empress of Discord. She's also plenty powerful. I have no idea how, but her form is that of a human. Using this disguise, she entered the Grand Cathedral posing as Beatrice Frigga's guide. She then aided the patron by using Beatrice Frigga to help Arya Steven massacre members of the nobility. Objection! Why are we continuing with this? She's already admitted to taking part in the massacre. Let's force her to tell us who the patron is and be done with this.
How typical. The Grand General thinks he can solve all of his problems with violence. Let me ask you this, why are you assuming that the patron is a human?
What?
In Arya's contract, it says that the patron is the individual who gives the contract to her. How do you know that I'm not that individual? I go by many names. The Empress of Discord is only one of them.
If what you're saying is true, that makes this a simple matter. We simply need to execute you for your crimes against the kingdom.
Haven't you forgotten what my underling said during Frigga's trial? As a demon, I can never truly die. If you destroy my body, I'll simply reform in the abyssal hells. I wonder, what might happen to your daughter if you were to draw my eye? You're prosecuting her and playing the villain, but I know the truth. You secretly care about her, don't you?
What nonsense are you spouting?
You thought she had mage blood, you had to prosecute her. You held on to the little hope that you could convict her and convince her to take a plea deal. As the king's wife, her position might have been salvageable. And you did this all so she could be with her beloved Esther.
What?
But then it was revealed she signed a blood contract with me. That changed everything. Mage blood is one thing, but a demon owning her soul? She can't very well be a queen like this now, can she? You had to find out who the patron was before the trial ended, didn't you, Lucia? Otherwise your beloved daughter would never be free. And you did all of this because you feel bad for what you did to her.
Everything I've done is for the good of House Stewart.
Is that what you were doing? Because the way I see it, you abandoned her for her entire childhood. You felt so guilty about killing her mother that you couldn't bear to face her.
No, Eris, stop this.
And you know what that did to her. You didn't just take away her mother, you took away her father too. You starved out any affection. She couldn't help but latch into the first person to show her any kind of superficial kindness.
Eris.
She didn't fall in love with Esther, she became obsessed with him. She stopped being her own person and she clings to him like a parasite. She changed everything about herself to suit his likes and desires. And you know, deep down in your heart, you know if he ever is taken away from her, she will fall apart. It's a pity you so much I let you in on a little secret. Killing me won't save your daughter, and you don't have the means to confine me. Even if you know who I am, your daughter will never be safe from my influence.
What?
I suppose there's one possible way to break my contract.
What? What is it?
My contract will bind Arya Steven to the patron so long as they both live. If you truly want to free your daughter from my control, all you have to do is kill her. Do the poor thing a favor and put her out of her misery.
You little wretch. I will hunt you until the end of... Shalancha! Enough! So we cannot antagonize her if you want to find out how this happened. Is she right? Is Arya's fate truly doomed?
No! Fuck you.
There has to be something you can do. I just don't understand, Ares. Why are you doing this? You're not a noble. You're probably not even a citizen of Isengard. Why would you go through the trouble of doing any of this?
Tyrion, why are you here?
What?
Why do you constantly risk your life for the sake of others? Why do you try to seek justice in a clearly unjust world?
Actually, the longer I look at her sprite, you know who she reminds me of for some reason? Even if, if you put them next to each other, they're not that similar. She reminds me of the Alice Little from Alice Madness Returns. They're not that similar. I don't know, honestly.
I think you do know. The answer's simple. You do it because it satisfies you. You save people. You fight the system. You just love indulging in your own heroics, don't you? That's not... Feels good, doesn't it, Tyrion? You know that you're the only righteous person in an unjust society. When you succeed, you're hailed as a hero. If you fail, it's society's fault, not yours. No matter what happens, you can take solace in the knowledge that you're so much better than everyone else.
You can see it? Oh, okay. I'm glad. It's extremely toony because of how her eye is all glowy but hidden behind her bangs. Also, the bandages around the hands, very toony.
Superiority you feel over them must be intoxicating. Your divine blood makes it so. You just can't resist giving into it. Just as your divine blood compels you to do good, my hellish blood compels me to do the opposite. I just can't help but take every opportunity to make you all suffer. My entire purpose is to see each and every one of their faces contorted in agony and despair. Humanity is a stain on the world. They're worthless parasites who steal, maim, and kill to get what they want. That's all they are, and I despise those who try to pretend that they're anything different.
You're wrong, Ares. Humanity is so much more than you realize. And I truly pity you if that's all you see in us.
Oh, so now it's us. Actually, just reminded me there's something I hate even more than humanity. I despise the Celestials of the upper planes who go against the natural order. Condemning the banished beings like me, all while watching humanity suffer from their secluded little heaven. They realized that humanity would never willingly choose good or evil, so they created the Heavens Born to tip the balance in their favor. It's so self-indulgent and it makes me want to puke.
That's what the Heavens Born are?
It is, and I've made quite a hobby out of breaking them and sending them back to their creators. I throw them into the deepest pit of despair before extinguishing their lives. It's been no greater joy in my eternal life. It took a lot of work to get you right where I need you, Tyrion.
Are you saying...
You asked me why I did this, didn't you? My actions that day were all for you, my dearest Tyrion. All so I could see the despair in your face when you realized the truth. Tyrion. No.
No! Who lets her keep yapping? It's enough out of you, you witch. Lucia. Cuthbert, you promised me that we would save my daughter together. I'm sorry, You said those words to me with such conviction. Here you stand, quivering like a grunt in his first battle. A few meager doubts enough to force a retreat from you. Is that all it takes to defeat the infamous Tyrion Cuthbert?
I cannot do all of these voices.
It's probably desperate at this point. If Ares is the patron, there's very little hope for Arya. Unlike Beatrice's, her blood content was short and concise. There was very little room for interpretation, so you probably can't dispute it either. What kind of attorney would you be? What kind of friend would you be if you didn't see this through? He is! He's a little weird about it, and he doesn't know how to just speak his actual thoughts or emotions, but he's trying, and I gotta respect him for that. I mean, I'm not interested in Steowin romantically. She already has her to-be husband, who she seems infatuated with anyway. So I just hope me and Tyrion and Celeste end up properly talking. What kind of friend would you be if you didn't see this through? Ares, we didn't call you here today to wax poetic with you. The people you found have a right to know what you did that day. So either give us your testimony or get out. Even now you're still undeterred, I really do love that about you. I do wonder how long that will last. It's true, I was the one who masterminded this. I knew about the king's funeral at the Grand Cathedral, so I forced Beatrice Frigga to allow me to accompany her. When I was there, I used my contracts with Beatrice Frigga and Arya Steven to compel them to act against their will. And through the actions of Beatrice Frigga and Arya Steven, I facilitated the deaths of Lord von Sanctus, Corin Sybil, and Garrick Pierce. The only motivation for my actions that day was to harm Tyrion Cuthbert's friends and make him suffer. And before you ask, aside from my thralls, I was acting alone that day. I didn't follow direct or indirect orders from anyone. Your testimony is pretty thorough. Of course, I am a demon after all. Since I'm unable to lie, I thought it would be best to be as detailed as possible. That way there's no room for doubt. Isn't that wonderful, Tyrion? She's definitely playing with you. She may not have technically lied, but she's definitely not acting in good faith. You should look at her testimony more closely. Yes, sir! Let's see. Can you explain those actions to me? Why are you using the full names? You know I can't lie, so I thought I'd give you something. For example, I could have easily referred to another Steven or another Frigga that I involved. The list is very long, you know. Ignore her, Lucio. She's trying to get under your skin. Anyways, aside from Pierce, von Sanctus and Sybil were key members of the Vivengard nobility. What reason could you possibly have to kill the three of them? I didn't. What? I didn't have a reason to kill them. I just happened to facilitate their deaths. No, but you specifically went after them. I did, but I didn't have any particular reason to do so. But that doesn't make any sense. I suppose it doesn't. Anyways, would you like for me to add that to my testimony? What? It would help you, wouldn't it? Yeah, I suppose so. She's got to be the most unpredictable witness you've cross-examined. It is the last case! I don't really have a reason to kill them specifically, I just needed Arya to kill my victims as quickly and efficiently as possible. But Arya wasn't the one that killed Garrick Pierce, right? From what we've seen. No? Where's... Oh god, which one of this is his death? Murder's rude. The murder of Garrick Pierce. This one.
Objection! Thank you for your time in the pet. Oh, hi Raiders, welcome in.
You are just in time for some big revelations, I think.
Welcome, welcome. I know you like the color pink vision of his JRPGs, but currently playing Tyrion Cuthbert won the last case, so...
Big spoilers if anyone's planning on playing this game.
It's a Phoenix Wright with magic! Yeah!
That it is. What were you doing?
I'm doing fine. A Pikachu for the Raiders, of course. Pikachu! Pika! Pikachu!
Ares, you said you needed Arya to kill them as quickly and efficiently as possible. But that's not exactly what happened, did it? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, we're in the middle of everything, so I can't really be like, oh, I'm just gonna pause and not have any spoilers, so sorry.
You're giving feedback to another game dev? Oh, nice. That sounds good.
Not exactly what happened, did it?
Yes, so that appears I underestimated your little bodyguard. Things lasted a lot longer than anticipated.
That's not what I was referring to. Oh? You said you needed Arya to kill them as efficiently as possible. But it doesn't really match with what happened to Garrick Pierce, does it?
You have to, okay. Take care, thank you so much for the rate.
Is that so? A look on her face. Why does she look so happy? Aries, unlike the murders of Phonsactus and Sybil, Pierce was murdered with a blade frozen with magic. It's just an extremely convoluted way to kill someone. It would only make sense if you were trying to hide the evidence. But it clearly wasn't your intent.
I agree, so why would I do that?
For the love of God, woman, can you stop speaking in riddles?
I have no love for any god aside from myself.
Banger line. You have to give it to the evil woman, that's a banger line. Occupation. Wait, what? She's behaving differently than she was during her testimony. She's being vague. She's still hiding something. Okay, stop getting baited by her words and take a moment to think about this logically. She's very good at misdirecting you and playing with everyone's emotions, so stick to the facts that you know for certain. In her testimony, she said the following. Oh, right, Empress of Discord! I didn't really have a reason to kill them specifically, just need Arya to kill my victims as quickly and efficiently as possible. She could have been trying to mislead you. Which phrase did Eris use to mislead you?
Hi, Zen! Good evening! Wait a minute.
No, we do say objection in this game as well. You're not wrong. Ow. Considering who she is, she was definitely trying to mislead you.
Is that so? Yes.
At least a rough age for her. I mean, if she gets some kind of form change where she doesn't look like a human, maybe she'd tell us how old she actually is. Rebellious face. No, funnily enough, this character is younger than Phoenix was, even at the start of his career, so... She said her victims instead of the victims. It's a small distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. I do recall Mariner using a similar trait during Beatrice's trial. Which can only mean the victims of this case aren't the same as her victims. Aries, which of the people in this case were your victims?
Well, considering what happened, you could say that everyone at the cathedral that day was my victim.
Yes, but who was killed directly by Beatrice Frigga or Arya Stewind? I knew it. You're hiding something, aren't you? Of course she is!
If that's what you think, it's definitely possible. Again with the vague answers!
Why would she even agree to testify in the first place? There's nothing any of you can threaten her with, nothing you can do permanently. Nothing you do can permanently harm her. She could have easily gone into hiding. She never had to come here. Which means she wanted to come here, but why? Just tell me, Ares, who killed Lord Phonsactus?
Arya Stewind.
And who killed Coral and Sybil?
Arya Stewind.
And who killed Garrick Pierce?
Why are you staying silent?
Out with the demon! Who killed Garrick Pierce?
I refuse to answer.
She's doing this on purpose. In her own obnoxious way, she's trying to guide you to the truth. But for what purpose? Who killed Garrick Pierce? If she's refusing to answer the question, it must mean the answer's different from the previous answers. Well, we only have these few options, so... Someone not on this list of people right now. An unknown person killed Garrick Pierce. That must mean... Ares, you're not the patron described in Arya's contract, are you?
Who knows? I never confirmed or denied it.
You serious? I got sick of your games, demon! You knew it. The murders were too politically motivated to have been completely random. You can unequivocally prove the patron's identity by issuing a divine edict, but because of the risk of getting it wrong, that just leaves you right where you started. Who is the patron, Ares? Who is responsible for all this? You want me to find out the truth, so why are you staying silent? Because it will be so much better when you discover it yourself. That means you already have the evidence you need to do so. You felt it, haven't you? Ever since the investigation started, you felt a nagging feeling in the back of your mind, haven't you? Oh, how do you... It's right in front of you, Tyrion. You're just refusing to see it. You're refusing to see who I made a contract with that day. You made your contract with the patron on that day? Even with the eye of a god, you're still blinded by your human sentimentality. So think it through carefully. Who killed Garrick Pierce that day? Think through this. Let everything else disappear from the world and only think of the facts. If Ares wasn't the patron, that means someone else was controlling Arya's actions. But you're still coordinated with Ares, who had control of Beatrice. In an extremely roundabout way, Ares admitted that Arya was used to kill Von Sanctus and Sybil. When the patron killed those two, they were able to effectively counter every magical defense they brought up. What do we already know about the patron through the first two murders? They knew Von Sanctus still needed oxygen in his force cage, and they knew Sybil could still drown if she was frozen by whole creature and by stone skin. The patron is experienced in using lethal magic. They're well versed in using magic lethally. Yep. But things changed when they murdered Pierce. Ares implied that neither Arya nor Beatrice killed Pierce, so did the patron kill him personally? Well, why? They already had control of Arya. I would imagine the entire point of enthralling her would be to hide their own involvement. They become impatient because Celeste was holding her ground against Arya. Now, Beatrice was already able to slip past them. That's how she was able to knock you and Pierce out with a sleep spell at 2:30 PM. Why didn't Ares use Beatrice to kill Pierce? If the patron was coordinating with Ares, she could have easily had Beatrice kill Pierce. Ares forgot to fight Celeste quickly. The murderer wanted to kill Pierce. Where's the personally? Personally. They wanted to kill Pierce personally. Does that mean Pierce's murder was more emotionally driven than the other two? That might explain why the method used to murder him was so contrived. Apparently it's right there, so what aren't you seeing? Well, who do we know who would have a very personal reason to see Pierce dead? Especially in the way that he was found dead. Whoever did this, they murdered Von Sanctus and Sybil, and those two were house eaters of the Four Pillars. In a way, they both represent corrupt parts of our kingdom's government. Von Sanctus essentially got away with murdering just in way, and Sybil clearly had an apathetic approach to remedying the corruption within the justice system. But the biggest clue you have is the one that Ares indirectly gave you. The truth. She wants you to discover it. At first you thought she was trying to make you feel guilty for what happened. But if that were true, she wouldn't still be here. There's something else that she wants you to realize. Because it will throw you into despair somehow. Let's review everything you've deduced about whoever she made a contract with. Through the way they control Arya, they were creative and skilled at using magic. They must have been constantly exposed to creative uses of magic. Not to mention they somehow personally handed a blood contract to Arya and had her sign it. Going by what you know, Arya was either threatened or tricked into signing that blood contract. So whoever did this must have had the strength to threaten her, or they were deeply trusted by her. In addition to that, they must have been close to the prayer room when the attack happened. And lastly, they must have had an emotional grudge against Garrick Pierce. Who did Ares make a blood contract with on the day of the murder? Yeah. Yeah, I wonder who. I wonder who. What? No, that's not... It's the most logical conclusion with what you know thus far. Also, if we have to repeat... Oh god. Come on. No, it can't be. That's not... Ares wanted to make you suffer, but you can't run away from this. You owe it to Arya. No, you owe it to everyone within Vibe and Dad to see this through. You need to follow through, no matter how painful it is. Stop it. It has to be someone else. She would never... Can you think of anyone else? Who else could Ares have chosen? Who else could you have chosen that would make you feel like this? That's a very, very nice way of making, like, forcing us to choose this. repeatedly. Damn it. Damn it. Ooh. Your scream of anguish echoes throughout the ruins. Everyone is caught off guard and stares at you in confusion. What? What is it? Is everything okay, Mr. Cuthbert? You realize this Monday out of nowhere? Like randomly going about your day. Fuck! It was Celeste! Tyrion, are you... You can feel your eyes well up as you look at her. One look at your expression tells her everything she needs to know. There it is! You've realized it, haven't you? I've been waiting for this moment for so long. What are you talking about? I demand an explanation. Mr. Cuthbert, what have you discovered? Tell them, Tyrion. Tell them who did this. Issue your divine edict right now. You want to be wrong. You've never wanted anything more in your entire life. Nothing would make you happier than having this edict fail, even if it were to cost you your life. But you know the truth. Here is Ilmater, Empress of Discord. Tyrion Cuthbert, Tony of the Arcane. Ah! A name dropper! By the Eye of Horus, I issue upon your divine edict. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract. Wait. Say it! Say your name so that everyone can hear it. Release thy guards and manifest your blood contract with Celeste McCoy. With the apparent death of Tyrion Cuthbert, the Empress of Discord shall revive him, contingent upon the eternal servitude of Celeste McCoy. Henceforth, Celeste McCoy's soul shall be eternally bound to the abyssal hells. As a part of her servitude, Celeste McCoy shall engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Steewind in the Empress's endeavors. And lastly, it is stipulated that Celeste McCoy, of her own volition and agency, shall bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. Afterwards, Tyrion Cuthbert's consciousness will be restored. Yikes. I died? Yes. Tyrion, I'm sorry, What the hell is going on? Demon, what is the meaning of this? That's exactly what it looks like. The patron you've been looking for has been right in front of you the entire time. Miss McCoy, did you sign a blood contract with the Empress of Discord? Apparently. I did. It was the only thing that would save Tyrion. What? I never fought Arya. I fought Beatrice and Aerys. They broke past me and ran into the prayer room. But the person they killed wasn't Pierce. It was you. Tyrion, you... She can't even bring herself to say it. Do you realize now, Tyrion? Stop it. Celeste McCoy is the most important person in your life. She was the last person you had that hadn't betrayed you. And she signed away her soul to me, also that she could save you. Why the somber look, Lucio? Weren't you going to execute the patron the moment you knew who they were? McCoy, does this mean what I think it means? Yes. I'm the one who tricked Arya into signing a blood contract. What? How could you? I was so stupid. When I made that deal with her, I didn't expect her to. She used that contract to make you act against your will. So it wasn't just Miss Steewind and Miss Frigga who will control that thing. You like to think Celeste could take this? It would be an interesting fight, I think. You realize it, don't you, Lucio? As long as the contract with the patron exists, your daughter will always be vulnerable to my influence. You can't kill me, so there's only one solution to free your daughter. I must execute Celeste McCoy! What? Understand one thing, Mr. Cuthbert. After what you've done for my daughter, I have nothing but the utmost respect for you. But I will do whatever is necessary to protect her. Lucio, we can't act rashly. I'll let you all in on a little demonic secret. It doesn't matter if you confine her within a prison. The patron will be able to take control of Arya no matter where she is. But if you kill her, Arya will finally be free from my control. Do it. What? What are you saying? I should have done this from the beginning. When I realized what happened, I should have just come forward and admitted to what I did. But then we wouldn't have half of this case. I kept holding on to the hope that it was all some kind of trick. I prayed and prayed for the patron to be someone else. Tyrion, I was hoping you'd find something that would prove that all of this wasn't my fault. You're finally found the culprit you've been looking for and it absolutely breaks your heart. The nagging feeling you've been experiencing, it's because you subconsciously refuse to believe that she would betray you like this. Actually, it still hasn't gone away. That uneasiness is still there. Are you still in denial? No, this is different. I suppose there's no reason to continue with this. What? I sympathize with your position, Cuthbert, but even my car recognizes what must be done. It's over, and I would not allow this demon to control my daughter any longer. You can't just... Kingsguard, restrain him. Wait, Lucille. It's enough! Oh! Hey, everyone's here. What kind of court is this? That's not the voice I've given her ever. Whatever. To everyone's surprise, Arya leaped from the platforms above and landed right on the witness stand. She forcibly pushed Ares out of the way, something that catches even her off guard. Hell yeah! Get her! Arya, I'm so sorry, Celeste, you are innocent until you're proven guilty. I won't let anyone pass judgment on you until that is unequivocally proven. I can only do a British accent if it's not on purpose, because if I try to do it on purpose, it sounds horrible. But Arya, I did this. Arya, what are you doing? How dare you, father? What? How could you possibly think that you have the right to decide who lives and who dies? If you were actually a prosecutor, I would file for your immediate disbarment. And you, Mr. Cuthbert, how can you just stand there? Me? You're Celeste's attorney. Isn't it your job to defend her until her last breath? I didn't say the truth because I didn't want to believe it. I almost had to slip away because of my own personal feelings. I almost put you at risk. As much as it pains me to do so, I need to approach this objectively. Tyrion, to hell with that. What? Justice may be blind, but it's not heartless. See it in her eyes whenever she's with you, Tyrion. You mean the world to her. She consigned her very soul to hell to protect you. If you abandon her when she needs you most, I will never forgive you. Wow. Well. Damn. Tyrion, Celeste, can you testify about what happened? What? But... Arya's right. We need to do this properly. I agree. And I will not pass judgment until we have determined exactly what happened. It's obvious he wants to be done with this as soon as possible, but even if he controls the King's Guard, the rest of the room is clearly against him. Fine. Do as you wish. But the moment we're certain of the truth, I will do what is necessary. Very well. Miss McCoy, please take the stand. Again! She has some experience. Celeste. Tyrion, how many Tyrion text boxes do we have? Can you testify about what you did that day? Yeah. Okay. The truth is that Ares rewrote your memories, Tyrion. You were actually knocked out at 1:45 p.m. We went to the prayer room a lot early for our meeting, and like emotionally, it was actually Beatrice and Ares attacking the guards at 1:40. They tricked me and slipped into the prayer room, and Beatrice, she killed you. I didn't know what to do. That's when Ares told me she would resurrect you in exchange for killing Pierce. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I just wanted you back. I didn't care about what happened to me. I didn't realize that she used my eternal servitude to take control of my body. She used me to trick Arya into signing another blood contract. After that, I followed through with my end of the deal. I killed Pierce so that she would bring Tyrion back. The nagging feeling is still there. There's something off about her testimony. Well, on with it then. Begin your cross-examination, Cuthbert. Gladly. Celeste, according to you, we heard a commotion at 1:40, and you went out to investigate. That's when you saw Ares and Beatrice. Yeah, I lied all about my fight against Arya. I never even fought her. If that's true, how do you explain that discrepancy? You can trust your own memories, but Leaf shouldn't have been affected. The thing is, Celeste, something about your timeline doesn't match the evidence.
Really? But I was pretty sure of the time. We were supposed to be at the meeting at 1:45.
What did you just say?
Our meeting with Pierce was scheduled for 1:45, right?
What's wrong, Mr. Cuthbert? Celeste, there's something fundamentally off about your testimony.
But I swear I'm not lying.
Your timeline of what happened is completely off. A lot of your testimony doesn't match with what we've learned thus far. Firstly, it's about the exact time you saw Ares and Beatrice. According to you, you saw them at 1:40. I believe Miriam and the sleepiest didn't lose track of them until 2. This is how cute girl with a cute outfit. You damn right, I was Celeste.
When did I say that?
What are you talking about? You were there with me when we spoke to them.
I know, I was paying really close attention. I needed to see how close you were to finding me out. So I cannot remember.
She can't remember. Cuthbert, judging by what happened to you, Ares Ilmater clearly doesn't need a contract to affect people's memories. It's possible she changed the memories of Lee Frigga and her entourage.
It's not just that, Lucio. There's something else that Celeste is clearly remembering very differently that contradicts a physical piece of evidence. Which physical piece of evidence contradicts Celeste's memories?
We were supposed to meet him at 2 p.m. We just got there a little early so we wouldn't be late to the whole thing. Celeste, this letter from Gary Pierce told us to meet him in the prayer room at 2. What? Ares may have changed my memories, but changing a physical piece of evidence is a different thing entirely. We don't know the full extent of her capabilities. Can we really rule that out? You were unconscious. Ilmater had plenty of time to assess your body and your belongings. At this point, anything is possible, and Ares is far too unpredictable to say for sure. But if Lucy is right, Ares could have gone around doing whatever she wanted. She could have wiped the memories of every witness who saw the crimes, and she could have manipulated the crime scenes however she wished. If she had done so, there would have been logical inconsistencies. Until Celeste was revealed as a patron, every piece of evidence you found or deduced has been logically consistent. The contradictions in what Celeste is saying could be explained by Ares changing several elements of the crime. What explains Celeste's contradicting memories of what happened? That is a far simpler explanation. Ares changed the memories of Celeste. Why change memories of many people if one people do the trick? Celeste, Ares currently has your eternal servitude. If she could manipulate my memories, what's to say that she's not manipulating your memories right now?
I guess that's possible. But why would she even bother doing that?
She wouldn't need to do that unless she still had something to hide. Are you serious? What more is there left for her to hide? Whatever it is, it was important enough to make drastic changes to Celeste's memories. Wait, if that's true, that means Celeste's true memories will tell us exactly what we need to know.
But even if you're right, I can't remember what really happened. She has full control of my mind.
That doesn't matter. It's just like every cross-examination we've ever done. If you keep testifying, she keeps changing your memories to tell more lies. If you keep pointing them out, we'll eventually arrive at the truth. Oh, I don't like your eyes being empty like that. That's scary. Celeste.
It's really obnoxious how resilient you are.
What?
Why can't you all just give up already?
Ares, is that you? What are you?
Unfortunately, your little interrogation ends here.
Kingsguard, what are you doing? Destroy Ilmater's body.
Too late, Lucio. I win.
Celeste. Damn it. Ares, what did you do to her?
I put her to sleep, just as I did with Beatrice.
You. How would you do such a thing, Ilmater?
What do you mean? I did it for the same reason I do anything. What would make Tyrion suffer more than putting his love in an eternal sleep?
Dun dun dun! If you wanted that, you would have just done that from the beginning. You're hiding something, I know it. Damn it. You can't extract any information from her like this. The only person who can tell us what we need to know is Celeste.
Well, good luck getting anything out of her like this.
Ever since you discovered the truth about what she did, one possibility has been floating around your mind. But is it even possible? It doesn't matter if it's possible. Ares Ilmater.
What is it?
Well, what happened if I nullified Celeste's blood contract? Assuming there's anything to even dispute, everything grounded by the contract would be reversed. And I don't think you fully understand what that means. Oh, we would die. If the blood contract is truly what brought us back to life, we would die, I guess. Lucia, what is it? You might know what Ruby Tomorrow's law office is, right? They do? Where are you going with this? You need an attorney to cross-examine Celeste's testimony. She owes me, and she'll be able to finish this on my behalf. Wait. And tell her I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. Yeah. Ooh! News friend! You're not serious, are you? I'm one of the eldest evils has ever lived. I would never create a faulty contract. Aries Ilmatter, Empress of Discord. You know I can't speak lies, correct? By the Eye of Horus, I demand the opportunity to dispute Celeste McCoy's blood contract. I'll say it plainly then, there will be no room for doubt. Celeste McCoy's contract was written without a flaw, yeah?
You want to say that in red?
Huh?
You want to say that in red? You can't. Yes, you can.
I don't care. What? Celeste sacrificed her life to save mine. How could I ever face her again if I didn't do the same for her? You're insane! Oh, another news break. You just risked death for nothing. Why? Yes, it is. Why are you so nervous? Maybe this is pointless, but I will never stop fighting for her. Stop this. Should to be quick about the contract. I don't think it is without flaw. Can't help myself. I'm only human after all. Once you pass this point, you will not be able to save your game for a while. It is recommended that you make a save file now. Oh, okay. Damn. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Whee! Oh, yeah, okay, I would like to save again. Let's go! Spoils the scenery. Yeah, it does that sometimes. It does that when you save in the border between the different episode parts. It does spoil you for the next background. It does it the entire time. I've killed people. They were usually criminals or bandits, but it still frightened me how unaffected I was by their deaths. It always came so easily to me. I was good at it, a little too good. People told me that taking the lives of others would be hard, but I never felt that uneasiness, not even once. It made me think that I was some kind of unfeeling monster, and maybe I am. But the time I spent with you, it filled me with more happiness than I could have ever dreamed of. Instead of taking lives, I could save them alongside you. It felt good to protect you. I felt needed when I knew you were relying on me. It made me feel like I was actually worth something to someone. And whenever I saw the light in your eyes, it filled my heart with a warm feeling that I've never felt before. But it was too good to be true, wasn't it? In the end, I failed you. I couldn't protect you, just like I couldn't protect my father. I don't understand. What did you ever see in someone like me? I really don't understand. Why would you go this far for me? It's good to see you too. Ow! What was that for? You know what it's for, you jerk. I literally had to sign my soul away to hell to keep you alive. And you just threw your life away? Well, so what was I supposed to do? Should I just let Lucio kill you? Yes, that's exactly what you should have done. It was a lot better than gambling away your life. I was never going to go along with that. Do you even know me? Oh my god, this is why I couldn't tell you the truth. Because I knew you'd do something stupid like this. You know I always get to the truth in the end. All you did was make that process extremely frustrating. I could have gotten away with it. You can't even beat me at chess. How are you going to hide a murder from me? Tyrion, I killed Pierce. I know. At first I tried to justify it by saying he would die in 1 month anyways. And what's his life when compared to yours, right? And when I looked at him just lying there unconscious, I just got so angry. So I woke him up. What? I wanted him to experience a fraction of the pain that my dad felt. Someone like him didn't deserve a peaceful death. So I... Celeste. You hate me, don't you? This time I'm the disgusting murderer you've been looking for. So why couldn't you just let me die? Do you honestly think I care for you that little? What? You are, and always will be, extremely important to me. One betrayal won't change how I feel about you.
Tyrion,
So you're not getting rid of me that easily. I'll always be there when you need me. And no matter where you go, we're going there together.
And if you go to hell, I'm gonna go with you.
Well, I think we might be heading to a pretty bad place.
Hello.
Well, I'm not one to celebrate a victory prematurely, but if you're already admitting defeat, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth.
It is.
I can't believe you brought me here. I will never hear the end of this from my father. Where are we? The courtroom of the gods, the place where truth and reality are determined. The court of Azathoth.
It's wholesome if you... Yeah, just look at only the wholesome declaration of love and not about anything else. We're in hell. I killed a guy. Don't care. I did it for you.
Ah! I'll give you one last chance, Tyrion. You made a rash decision, but I can still send you back. Even now, she's still trying to dissuade you? Why is she so intent on making you give up? You're nervous, aren't you? Is that so? There's a reason why you didn't want me to bring you here, and I'm going to find out what. Your persistence was endearing at first, but now it's honestly really annoying. I suppose we'll have to do this the hard way then. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hell yeah. You should have taken my offer when you had the chance. The only way to nullify my contract is to unequivocally prove that its conditions weren't fulfilled. My contract was written without flaw, so says the words of Asmodeus. Asmodeus? By his word, demons are incapable of speaking lies. You're out of your element, Tyrion. This is my domain. Okay, let's see. So you can negotiate this term. It doesn't matter if you can't respect not leaving him to it. Speaking about contracts truly impossible, there would be no need for a scope to exist. Demons are powerful, but they aren't omniscient. Let's do this. If disputing about contract was truly impossible, there would be no need for the scope to exist. Demons are powerful, but they aren't omniscient. Yeah. They can't possibly be aware of contradicting circumstances that may be created when they make a contract.
Aha!
Ooh, that's more damage than I thought it would do. You're hiding something that you desperately need to keep hidden. You even went as far as to knock out Celeste before you could get that information from her. Oh, really now? You tried to confound the investigation by manipulating Celeste's memories. But the contradiction in her testimony proves one thing. She didn't see you and Beatrice enter the prayer room until 2 p.m. at the earliest. This so-called contradiction is based on the testimony of Leif Frigga. How are you so sure that her testimony is reliable? Supported by the testimonies of Miriam and Lord Asclepius. They were all together at the time. The testimony is sound. Oh, really? It looks like you've made a contradiction. What? Leif Frigga, Miriam Frigga, and Lazarick Asclepius encountered an illusion. And that illusion makes the testimonies unreliable. So says the words of Asmodeus. What? An illusion? What kind of illusion? Who knows? My statement still stands. You can't just expect us to accept your claims without any evidence. Can't speak lies, Tyrion. Every statement that comes out of my mouth has to be true. I don't need any proof. In this court, the only thing that matters is what is true and what is false. And the word of Asmodeus says that Leif's testimony is unreliable. She can't just say whatever she wants without having to provide any context. She only said that Leif was rich. She didn't specify an exact time. What else proves Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m.? Is there something else that proves Leif didn't begin her search until 2 p.m.? When did our newly appointed king trigger his trap? Ooh, God. No contract. At 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. he got trapped. Regardless of when it happened, Leif and the party went to search for Beatrice after you two went missing. Do you confirm or deny that? I won't deny it. Perfect. Whoever set the trap, they set it to trigger whenever Asta approached his father's body, and it didn't trigger until 2 p.m. Leif and the party were about to search for Beatrice when the Kingsguard informed them of what happened. And mind you, the Kingsguard did this immediately after the trap was sprung. Since Leif was about to begin a search when this happened, Beatrice couldn't have gone missing until that time. Hi, Room! And once again, you're predicating that on Asta's testimony. Not just him, Eris. Several members of the King's Guard witnessed this.
True, and that is why I'll respond with this. An activated force cage did not trap Aster the Wyvern Guard during or after 150. So that's the word of Asmodeus.
How? The testimony came from multiple people. Are you saying that the trap was sprung earlier than that?
Don't you remember, Tyrion? I can manipulate the memories of people who have a blood contract with me. I'll give you a little clue.
The Empress of Discord made contacts with multiple knights of the King's Guard.
So says the word of Asmodeus.
What?
I tampered with the memories. You can't trust their accounts of what happened.
How many people did you make contracts with? Too many!
The Lady Stewart has been investigating my work for the last few months, but I've had my talents on Wyvern Guard for far longer than that. I've been preparing for this for quite some time.
Even the King's Guard.
No one is safe from temptation. Everyone has a price.
Allow me to say it in red! It really is. It really is, and I appreciate it. It's very good. You have no idea. I would give a lot in my life to really wipe my brain of any knowledge of Umiko just to read that again, because the absolute rush I felt during some of the scenes when I went, like when the music really went off and I go, allow me to say it in red, and they hit you with absolutely everything. Unparalleled. I love that game with my life.
Your little girlfriend should know that better than anyone.
There has to be something. I still have more evidence.
Even without you, there's only 17 people. Rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, really? Whose testimony will you be relying on this time? You can present all the evidence you want. Most of what you have is based on eyewitness accounts.
Even so, you can't have possibly made a contract with everyone there.
Let's check that again, shall we? It's possible I have a blood contract with everyone present during the massacre. So that's the word of Asmodeus.
Are you kidding me? You only said it's possible. You never said it actually happened.
You're the one disputing my contract, Tyrion. The burden of the proof is on you.
That's completely ridiculous. How could I possibly verify a statement like that?
It's simple. Issue divine edict to each person who was at the cathedral. You know he can't do that. If he gets it wrong even once, he'll die. That sounds more like your problem than mine.
Damn it. Oh! Nice.
Nothing to say, Tyrion? Isn't this the part where you present some groundbreaking piece of evidence?
Hey. As long as the statement stands, you have to doubt every piece of testimony you've gathered. Everyone at the cathedral could have been compromised except Aster. I know he doesn't have a blood contract with you.
I suppose you're right. So are you going to use his testimony? You couldn't observe much from within that force cage. Do you understand now? You were never meant to win this game. I don't get to give you points for entertaining me this long. This is the most fun I've ever had, and I truly mean that.
Tyrion, come on, there has to be something you can use. All the clues you've gathered could potentially be lies created by her. They're useless against her.
Tyrion, you have to say something.
You feel your strength fading. It feels as if you're being pulled into an eternal sleep.
This has always been a contest of willpower, and I think he's finally run out.
No. Hey, you recall what happened during Beatrice's trial? Your mother gave you the knowledge you needed to win. She did it before. Can she save you again? Please, I need your help. Just tell me what to do. You hear nothing back. It appears you're truly alone now. That's not true. Celeste is still there with you. Fuck off. You knew this was a long shot, but you still held out hope. You just wanted to protect Celeste, and you really thought you could do this. But Ares is a being who wraps herself in layers upon layers of lies. She has the power to make you doubt everything. The witness testimonies, even your hard evidence could be a fabrication. How would you possibly argue against someone like that? It's not fair. It's not fair, Miss Tamora. They're not even bothering to investigate the crime properly. Well, of course they're not. If they did, they'd be forced to admit that my client is innocent. How are you so calm right now? Is this what it's always like? How are you supposed to win like this? They can just keep changing the narrative however they want. They can, and that's exactly how I'll beat them. Look, Cuthbert, almost every part of the system is against us. But there's one advantage we have over the prosecution, and that's pure and objective logic. Logic? Tyrion, the prosecutor does all sorts of things to validate their case. They present evidence, they call witnesses, and they use those things to create conclusions. They create a box and throw a bunch of facts into it. They tell the court that everything within that box is the truth, and conversely that makes everything outside of it a lie. How does it help us? You point out contradictions in their case. That makes them throw more and more facts into the box to keep their case consistent. But if even one fact in the box is false, the entire thing falls apart. But surely they realize what you're doing. What if they play dumb and refuse to add anything to this box? Well, you can force them to. What? You can present your own truths, and you force the prosecution to either accept or deny them. By doing that, you can control what goes into the box. It all sounds so complicated. I don't know if I'll ever get the hang of it. Don't worry, you've always been a sharp kid. I know you do great things, so don't give up. I can present my own truths. Iris' case hinges on when Beatrice disappeared, and she changed Celeste's memories to make her think everything happened earlier, which can only mean Beatrice Riga did not go missing before 2 p.m. What was that? I said...
This is far from over.
Ooh! Beatrice Riga did not go missing before 2 p.m. So sense the word of Horace.
Ah, that's crazy! Yes! What the hell?
You feel yourself filled with the radiant power of the Eye of Horus. With its power fully unleashed, you feel the divine energy of the upper planes coursing through you.
Tyrion, you have wings!
Wait, really? You feel like you turn around, only catching glimpses of the spectral wings on your back. You spin around for a while until you realize that your feet aren't even touching the ground anymore.
What did you just do?
I became a celestial. Which means...
No.
I also can't tell lies. In any other situation that would be a handicap, but here, that finally puts me on equal footing with you. Why won't you just die already? You tried everything you could to break me. You drove a wedge between me and Ruby. You even manipulated Celeste into betraying me. I'm still standing, Eris. I think you might be a little out of your depth right now.
I have lived 1,000,000 of your pathetic lifetimes. And you think I'm out of my depth? Yes! I'm the Empress of Discord, ruler of the 6th circle of hell. I am a god.
She doesn't know, Tyrion.
What the hell are you laughing about?
Whoever you are, man, king, or god, I won't let anyone stop me from reaching the truth. Oh, this is good. Since you so graciously bared your soul to me, I guess I should do the same. I wanted to break your spirit in this form, also I could keep things fair and interesting. But you know what? Right now, I just want to see you die. Ooh, she does get a different form? What happened? Celeste?
I'm here. I can't wait to tear you both apart.
Come on, come on.
Ooh!
Wow. You have massive hands.
Oh yeah. I love a good guitar.
What is that thing? And why are you so extremely oversaturated, Celeste? Did you two honestly think my true form was that of a teenage girl?
No, I am an ancient one. I am older than time itself.
It's liberating to break free from that weak mortal shell. This is what you really look like. After you cook the ass. The Empress of Discord? More like the Empress of Yaoi hands. Jesus Christ. It doesn't matter. Whatever you are, I'm taking Celeste's soul back.
Kick her ass, Tyrion.
I'm going to carve out your souls and mount them in the fields of Malbo.
Great challenge! Ooh.
You need to be careful, you're bound by the same rules as her now. You can tell lies in his form, even accidentally. Why don't we pick up where we left off? I like that we are still a defense attorney. I've established that Beatrice didn't go missing until 2 p.m. I wonder, why would you go to so much trouble to make me doubt that? A load of the 6th, yeah. When she gave her testimony, Celeste said that Ares and Beatrice entered the prayer room at 1:40. But from the axiom you declared you know Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 p.m. Why did Ares change Celeste's memories? Ares clearly changed Celeste's memories, but for what purpose? Ares needed Celeste to believe the events occurred earlier. And my phone's dying. I believe you needed Celeste to think that events happened much earlier. Staying quiet, that won't work this time. Celeste McCoy remembered the attack occurring much earlier than it actually did. So says the word of Horus.
Haha!
Statement is considered established, accepted as self-evident truth. Thank you. Nothing to say, you can't stay quiet forever. I didn't need her to think that specifically. I simply wanted to confound the ability to deduce what actually happened. I just don't know what happened. But maybe, but I think you had a specific reason to move her timeline back. An event occurred that required Ares to change Celeste's memories. So says the word of Horus. It was the death of Lloyd von Sanctus. You need Celeste to think that she signed the contract much earlier than 2 p.m. That's because Lloyd von Sanctus' death occurred at 2 or 5. Which would imply that you killed me, convinced Celeste to sign a contract, and made Celeste trick Arya into signing another contract. All in the span of 5 minutes. If that's true, could it be possible that Celeste isn't the patron? It's the only logical conclusion. The timeline is far too short. Even if you remember being tricked by her, we can't trust your memories. Isn't that right, Ares? Your desperation is almost pitiful. I should respond so that there's no room for doubt. Celeste McCoy was the person who gave Arya Steven a black contract, so says the word of Asmodeus. That does not mean she is the patron. You are not saying it as a truthful statement. I knew it. Is something wrong? I know the truth is hard to accept sometimes, but Celeste did betray Arya's trust. She always speaks in technicality, so you can't take that claim at face value, but this could also be a trick. You could declare outright that Celeste is not the patron, but if you're wrong about that, you most definitely die. You need to be certain before you decide to declare it. Let's establish some other facts first. Okay, let's assume that Celeste isn't the patron. Why would Celeste hand Arya a blood contract? If Celeste isn't the patron, the contract would have already been signed. And you already concluded that the blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. You recall something happening, but it's still muddled. What was it? What if it's like something really... Arya dropped the contract in front of Celeste. Yeah! Yeah, you drop your runestone. Exactly. She definitely handed that contract to her after it was signed, but it doesn't necessarily mean she's not the patron either. Something wrong? You look conflicted. She awkwardly skitters away. Skitter is such a funny word. From the very beginning, she's been trying to get in your head. She thrives on doubt and mistrust. You've always known from the very beginning. Celeste would never betray Arya like that. Celeste McCoy is not the patron described in Arya Steven's blood contract. So says the word of Horus. Celeste McCoy saw Arya drop this contract before she entered the prayer room with Tyrion. Due to the Empress of Discord changing her memory, she can't remember what was written on this contract. Aha. Even now you trust her that much. Wait, but that means... You didn't betray Arya, Celeste. She only manipulated your memories after the fact. She wanted to make you think that you did. Any favorite words? Ugh! Not off the top of my head. Like, if I see some words, I could definitely say, oh yeah, but not off the top of my head. I'm very bad when it comes to, oh, do you have a favorite anything? Because at that moment, I don't remember anything that I like. So it's not my fault? It isn't. But that has a far more unsettling implication. Someone else is the patron, but who? That's not important right now. We need to focus on saving Celeste for now. Celeste wasn't the one who secured Arya's compliance and cooperation. Doesn't that make your contract flawed? Please, I thought you were an attorney. The contract states that Celeste would engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Steelwind. No further actions were necessary, she was already under my influence by then. But that means none of this is her fault. I wouldn't go that far. Neither Arya Steelwind nor Beatrice Rhaegar was directly responsible for the death of Gary Pierce. So says the words of Asmodeus. It's something you often use or see like, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can tell you that my favorite color is orange. I can tell you that my favorite type of animal is a squirrel. Directly followed by cats. But, anything else is like,
Oh, what's your favorite band?
what's your favorite song? I don't know. I like songs. A lot of songs. I like a lot of bands. Whatever. I just listen to them. That kind of thing. What's your favorite manga? Right. There's still the death of Pierce. It doesn't matter who's responsible for the massacre as a whole. All that matters is the validity of my contract. You act like you're in control of the situation, but you've been nervous ever since I began disputing your contract. That's my favorite Fate.
I haven't actually played.
That's not true. I have played the Fate mobile game. I have played Fate GO like once for half a week. But I like Astolfo's design. But I don't know enough about any of these guys, so... You're hiding something, aren't you? Who can say for sure? Second paragraph is vague. What about the first and third paragraphs? Something is off here. Wait. Is it possible that I didn't die? Are you still in denial? I thought you were ready to die to save your beloved Celeste. Answer the question, Ares. You can't trust Celeste's memories. The memory where she confirmed my death could all be a fabrication. If you're still holding on to the hope that you'll survive this, let me say it plainly for you. Celeste McCoy did in fact observe that Tyrion Cuthbert was dead. I did not alter the memory. Yeah? I'm sorry, yeah? I'm gonna show you something very simple right here for a second. Hold on. As soon as I find it, where is it? The caster must target a creature that's already unconscious. While they concentrate on a spell, the target will appear to be dead. The target creature will stop breathing and the heart will stop beating. However, the life energies of the spell will keep them alive for the duration. Try me, stupid eternal being. I will win that.
Hi! Good evening.
I'm sorry, Tyrion. Don't be. How did you revive me, Ares? Do you even have the power to resurrect people from the dead? Who do you think you're talking to? Of course I do. If you doubt me, why don't you declare that Tyrion Cuthbert never died? Knowing her, she could be baiting you into telling a lie, but it's equally likely that she's bluffing. If you still doubt that I resurrected you, I'll state this. Thanks of my power able to resurrect people from the dead, so says the word of Asmodeus. I see. You're saying that must be true? You're clearly not acting good faith or interest what you're saying. Why would you need to specify that beings of power can do that? Is it possible that it's not a simple or easy feat to accomplish? For example, would Marinef be able to resurrect a person from the dead using a contract? Wait. Let me save you some trouble. I'll say it for you. The Empress of Discord can't resurrect people easily, so says the word of Horus.
That's not
not the same as saying that it was impossible for me to do it. But it would require a large amount of effort on your part.
Perhaps. But recall my previous declaration, Celeste was there. And by all accounts, she concluded you were dead.
How thoroughly did you check me?
I have experience in first aid and it was pretty bad. You weren't breathing and your heart was stopped. She tried to resuscitate you for several minutes, but to no avail.
There's no way your body could survive that long without oxygen and blood flow. Neighbors just confirmed that Celeste spent several minutes trying to resuscitate you. I hate that word. If you ask nicely. if you file a blood contract with her and become her Discord kitten, sure. But there has to be more to this than you're saying. What could have created the scenario? A spell! As I keep saying. A spell. It's right there. It's called Feign Death. Boom, bam. Fucking try me. You may have been able to resurrect me, but you had a far easier way to create the scenario. And luckily for you, Beatrice was there and under your control.
Are you saying that Beatrice can resurrect people from the dead?
No, the opposite is actually true. Beatrice trigger cast Feign Death on Tyrion Cuthbert, so says the word of Horus.
What?
I'm sorry, Celeste, but I was never dead. She just used the spell to trick you.
No. So everything I did, it was for nothing. But that means you never resurrected him. He was never dead in the first place. The contract only said that he was apparently dead. All I did was revive him, by making Beatrice release a spell which allowed him to wake up.
Well, that eliminates the first paragraph as a possible weak point. And it only leads to the death of Garrett Pierce at Celeste's hand. Something happened with Pierce, didn't it?
What are you hiding?
Whatever could you be talking about? Your contract says that Celeste must bring about the demise of Garrett Pierce by her own hand. Since you wrote the contract, that must have been your intent from the beginning. So why are you so nervous? Something went wrong, didn't it? If you want to stay quiet, I'll just... All of this could be an elaborate trick to bait you into making a false statement. You need to be careful. You need to find out exactly what went wrong. Is it possible that Celeste didn't kill Garrett Pierce?
Are you serious? He's the man who killed her adoptive father, and he was slated to be executed next month. She didn't have a rational reason not to trade his life for yours. Yeah, as bad as it sounds, that wouldn't be a hard choice for me. There isn't a single reason why I wouldn't take a deal like that.
She may have wanted to, but something else might have happened. Perhaps Beatrice or Arya misinterpreted one of your commands and killed them against your wishes.
You're making this so tedious.
Neither the Empress of Discord, Arya Stewart, nor Beatrice Frigga killed Garrett Pierce. What if you forced Celeste to kill him? She signed a contract already, so you had control of her. The contract states that she needed to kill Pierce of her own volition and agency.
Yeah, no, see, Tyrion. You have to think
in easier terms. What if he killed himself?
Do you honestly think I would make a foolish mistake like that?
Celeste McCoy had complete control of her actions when Pierce died. What if someone else killed Garrett Pierce on accident? Maybe a member of the King's Guard who survived to enter the prayer room.
Try again, Tyrion.
Garrett Pierce's death was not an accident. It was intentionally committed with malice. And while I'm at it... The Empress of Discord, Celeste McCoy, Tyrion Cuthbert, Beatrice Frigga, and Arya Stewart were the only people in the prayer room with Garrett Pierce when he died. There we go! Well, so if it wasn't the Empress of Discord, it wasn't Celeste, it wasn't Tyrion, it wasn't Beatrice, it wasn't Arya, we're only left with one more person who could have killed Garrett Pierce. That being Garrett Pierce himself.
No. Do you understand now? I can refute any possible explanation you may have for Pierce's death. That's not true.
But the truth is, Tyrion,
Garrett Pierce's death occurred because of Celeste McCoy's actions.
No.
Have you given up? Have you finally extinguished the light of hope within you?
I can't believe it. I can't believe you fell for that. What? You've never thrown consecutive declarations at me like that before. It's because I'm getting close, isn't it? You can freely manipulate Celeste's memory of what happened. I don't have any evidence that implies what actually transpired in the prayer room. The only person who could tell me that was you.
What? You thought you could overwhelm me by shooting down all my theories, but all you did was tell me the exact state of the room when Gary Pierce died. And now I can figure out what actually happened. Wait. Who killed Gary Pierce? Oh, do I have an answer for you? Here's Ilmother, Empress of Discord. No, stop this. I'm not sure what would possibly drive him to do something like that, but when he was in a prayer room, Garrett Pierce chose to take his own life. What? You know what that means, don't you, Eris? For the sake of it, I'll say it in a way that makes it abundantly clear. Stop this! Stop this right now! Celeste McCoy did not bring about the demise of Gary Pierce by her own hands. So says the word of Horus. The conditions of your contract were impossible for Celeste to fulfill. That renders it legally and logically invalid.
Allow me to say it in red, Eris.
That's checkmate, Eris. You filthy little...
Ah, hell yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh!
Woo! Yeah, now we can let the ads through. Thank you for the pet. You're back! This is me, you. I successfully nullified Celeste's back contract. You look under your satchel and check the place where you've been keeping your contract. You only find a pile of ash, and the piece is completely disintegrated. I think they're actually working on a sequel, funnily enough, but who knows when that's gonna come out. I mean, this game only came out last year, so I'm assuming it's gonna take quite a while longer. You're still alive, how? You! First you think she's glaring at you, but then you realize... Me? You little bitch! I could have accepted losing to a Heavensborn, but you? What are you talking about? Tyrion's the one that beat you. Wait, I remember what really happened now. Tyrion, please wake up. You can't die. It appears that he's quite dead. You. You should be more careful, Celeste. You might hurt someone if you swing that dangerous thing around. I was right about you all along. I should have never trusted you. I like your enthusiasm, but there's still something you can do to save him. What is this? You feel a pit of dread in your chest. It's the same fear that my dad felt after you stabbed him. And with his life, you'll have your beloved Tyrion back. What are you waiting for? And him, Celeste. I can't. What? What are you talking about? Tyrion, he wouldn't want this. He never has to know, Celeste. I can protect you from his Eye of Horus. It doesn't matter. I can't do it, it's just... This man literally killed your adoptive father. Not to mention he's a dead man walking. You've lived a lifetime of killing people. What's one more person? I won't suffer your self-righteous pity, bastard. Don't misunderstand me. Right now I want nothing more than to end your worthless life. But Tyrion's ideals are what saved me. The part of him is so wonderful and so beautiful. I could never betray those ideals, not even if it's to save him. You're actually serious, aren't you? You seriously sacrifice him to honor his idiotic ideals? I won't do it. I'm not going to sign that contract. Ah, I see now. What? So you're a little concert, aren't you? Fica qua. Oh! Damn it! Get out of the way, idiot! Drop the weapon, Pierce. Don't be stupid. The only stupid one here is you, bastard. You should have known from the beginning. No matter what you chose, they were never going to let me live. Hey. But if I'm fated to die, then it's going to be on my own terms. Wait, stop. Ooh. I'll see you all in hell. Could have at least told us the truth about her parents before you perished, you motherfucker. Damn it. I don't know what that spell that is. Are you trying to heal him? It's too late. He aimed straight for his heart. Ah. No. Come on, you waste of human flesh, wake up! I still need your life. The hell did you just do? Yes was dead and I signed your stupid contract. Now bring Tyrion back. No. No. Peace was dead anyway, so I thought I could catch on a technicality. But I never realized what I actually did. Signed a faulty blood contract? You ruined everything. And what do you get off acting like you're any better than them? What? Ideals, righteousness. Don't give me that bullshit. Could have accepted losing to Tyrion, but you're human and you're a goddamn killer. All of you are rotten to your disgusting cores. You would all tear out each other's throats if I gave you the smallest reason to. Tyrion is the only person here with a trace of the celestial self-righteous morality.
If that's what you think of them, you really don't know anything about humanity. Celeste is far more than what you're saying. She's far more caring and empathic than I am. I could never even come close.
Tyrion.
It has nothing to do with whether I'm a Heavensborn or if she's a human. But I think I understand you a little more, Eris.
Is that so?
Let me ask you a question, Eris. Did you feel any amount of satisfaction when you killed my mother?
What? So you figured that out, did you?
When you went on a little tirade about killing Heavensborn, I had a feeling.
And how does it feel, Tyrion? The person who killed your mother and ruined your life is standing right in front of you. What do you have to say?
I feel sorry for you.
Nothing to say? Say something, damn it!
I think all I feel for you right now is pity.
Oh, that's rich. You pity me. Your existence is an infinitesimal blip in my internal existence. Jesus Christ.
And yet you put all of this effort into making me suffer. Well, was it everything you imagined it would be? Did it satisfy you at all? I bet you didn't feel anything when you killed my mother. It was just another drop of evil into your empty soul.
I was excited. It was far too simple. I didn't truly make her suffer, and that's why I didn't...
Is that right? Well, what if you did succeed in throwing me into despair? Would you felt any sort of satisfaction?
Of course I...
Demons can't tell lies, Eris. You can't lie to us, and you can't lie to yourself.
I can't...
And that's why I pity you. You were fated to be evil from the moment of your creation, weren't you? That's why I hate humanity so much. You envy us.
Did you just say?
You envy us of humanity. You don't grow, you don't change, you can't become a better person of yourself, a version of yourself. You're right, your existence probably will be eternal. You will be eternally evil. And you'll be eternally unsatisfied. That's why you envy us, because you'll never be free from that fate.
That is completely...
You can't say it, can you? You can't refute my claim because it would be a lie.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe I'll never be satisfied. Maybe I won't feel any satisfaction from killing you. I'm still going to try.
Woo! What the fuck? Hello? Arrogant witch. Bro? Hello? We were in the middle. We were talking here. Well, I suppose that solves that. Although, she'll definitely be back one day. And when she does, I'll be ready. For now, let's be satisfied that we finally discovered what happened. Oh, right. About that. Are you serious? After all that, we still don't know who the patron is? At this point, I'm just glad Miss McCoy wasn't a true mastermind behind this.
Speaking of which, now that I've nullified our contract, Celeste should finally have her true memories back.
I do remember what happened, but it's still really fuzzy.
I've really been trying to remember what was on Arya's contract when I caught a glimpse of it, but I think that's the memory Ares manipulated the most.
It's possible that she will need some time to fully recover from the Empress's demonic influence.
We don't have that kind of time.
The damn demon led us around for the entire morning, and we lost nearly an hour due to Cuthbert disputing our contract. It's just past noon.
Right.
We've less than 3 hours before every magical trace of the crime scene disappears.
Would you try testifying? Maybe reviewing everything will help jog your memory. Okay, I'll do my best. It's okay, girlie. We managed to defeat Ares for now, so
Let's do it.
Miss McCoy, could you try to remember what happened during your business with the Empress of Discord? I'll try my best.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I think I remember now. We went to meet with Pierce at 1:50 and we heard a commotion outside at 2:20. I saw Arya taking the guards there and I fought her for about 50 minutes before she broke past me.
Oh, that's why I thought it was 20. They went outside at 2:20 and then, okay.
When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Ares. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. I checked Tyrion's body and Dorothy was dead, but I realized now that Beatrice just cast feign death on him. Anyways, Ares offered a deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. A few minutes after Pierce died, Asta, the Inquisition, and the King's Guard showed up to arrest Arya.
Aside from your conversation with Elmatter, that seems to match up with what we already knew. Appears we simply need to wait for Celeste's memories to return. Are you sure?
One hour. He's stuck in a cage for 1 hour, so the earliest he could have shown up was 3. He's clearly not okay with leaving his daughter vulnerable until then. Even if there's nothing apparently significant, I'd still like to cross-examine her.
Go ahead then.
Well, 2:20. So then 50 minutes after 2:35. How much time did you guys spend in there? A few minutes after Pierce died. A few minutes after Pierce died. No. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I simply don't believe that.
Objection!
Wait, what? What is it, Cuthbert? Celeste, are you sure Asta showed up only a few minutes after Pierce died? Yeah, I remember that part pretty well. They seemed really worried about being seen by them.
Have you figured something out, Mr. Cuthbert?
It's just that...
May I remind you that we are extremely pressed for time? Stop wasting our time and just say what you want to say.
Celeste, Garrett Pierce died at 2:45 p.m. and Asta showed up in the prayer room only a few minutes after. Yeah, where are you? Wait.
That raises a big question. How did Asta enter the prayer room around 2:45? When he should have been trapped in a force cage until 3.
What? You're not serious, are you?
His memories are clearly unreliable. My man all reported that His Majesty led him to the prayer room after he exited the force cage.
Normally, that would be more concrete when compared to Celeste's testimony, but we can't trust her testimony.
What are you talking about?
While I was disputing Celeste's contract, Ares declared that she made contracts with multiple members of the King's Guard.
What?
They were working together with her, and if these contracts were structured similarly to Celeste, she must have had the ability to manipulate their memories. This means they could have intentionally or unintentionally lied during questioning.
Even the King's Guard had been compromised. How could I have let this happen?
And even if we did assume that he somehow escaped the inescapable force cage, how did Asta know to head to the prayer room?
I understand your point. But do you understand what you're implying?
I'm not trying to imply anything, I'm just saying the facts that we know. We know that a human, whether willingly or otherwise, worked with the Empress of Discord to orchestrate his massacre. He was deeply trusted by Arya Stewind, so much so that she didn't even think twice about signing a contract that he gave her. There's only one person who meets those criteria. As to the Wyvern, the reigning king of our kingdom. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mr. Cuthbert, do you understand the weight of this accusation? Claim that a king collaborated with the demon in any capacity is no small thing.
I do, but I'm hoping this is all a misunderstanding. After all, Ares' goal seemed to be nothing beyond sowing as much discord as possible. She made us believe that Celeste and Arya were both murderers. I want to save Arya, but I also want to believe in the people who've believed in me.
If Asta's information that can save Arya, we have to find it.
Very well then.
I suppose it's only right then, with everything that has transpired, that the king should make his truth known.
I agree, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
King Scott, please escort His Majesty to the stand.
Hello.
Thank you for cooperating, Asta.
Of course.
I understand your position, Mr. Cuthbert. I'm hoping you can shed some light on how Arya came to be under the blood contract in the first place. It's possible Ares tricked you somehow and made you carry out the massacre. There has to be something we're not seeing, despite what the evidence points to. Evidence? You're referring to Celeste's testimony, am I correct? I'm sorry to say this, but are you sure we can trust her testimony? We can trust her now. She's no longer the effects of a blood contract, which you claim no longer exists, but only you have the power to manifest them in the first place. What are you getting at? I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I suppose what I mean is, after everything that just happened, how can we trust you? What? You disappeared for quite some time to who knows where, and the only person who was there with you was Celeste and a demon who can clearly alter people's memories. Isn't it a little convenient she was burned to a crisp almost immediately after your return? She said it multiple times, that didn't actually kill her. And now, you're singling me out as the patron, the one ultimately responsible for the murders of Von Sanctus and Sybil. If the demon made you into a puppet, wouldn't this be exactly what she wanted?
That's right. How do we know this heavens won't be trusted? We've all heard the stories. He's practically a dissident. For all we know, he could be an agent of the theocracy.
I feel the room turning against you. Even the scared lord looks wary.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you after everything you've done. I suppose there's one way to confirm your theory.
And what's that?
Use the divine edict on me, just like you've done several times before. If I truly was in league with the demon, shouldn't I have a contract with her? I already know you don't have one. I literally have that as evidence because I already tried you and almost died for it. It will appear, even if I was made to forget about it. That's right. We already tried it before and it didn't work.
Which means that he definitely doesn't have a contract with her.
Why aren't you doing it?
I can't. Oh, you tried and nothing appeared.
So, I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I know you care deeply for her. But we all saw Celeste's blood contract and we heard her earlier confession. Not to mention we have no way of knowing whether Celeste is truly free from Ares' influence. If Miss Demon is to be safe, we all must accept what needs to be done. I don't like saying this, but I think it's time this trial came to its conclusion, don't you, Your Grace?
Motherfucker!
Damn it, he even got the Scaled Lord on his side. Even if it's against you, he raised a lot of good points. Is he acting with malice, or is he just being careful? Come on, think, Tyrion. We just proved my blood contract wasn't valid. But the one who made Arya commit those murders is still out there.
Maybe you've been thinking about this the wrong way. Ares found ways to trick people into signing blood contracts before, so she wouldn't necessarily need a blood contract to trick Asta into accidentally helping her. The question isn't whether Asta knowingly did this or not. The question is, what part of the plan required Asta's physical involvement? There had to have been some sort of physical involvement on his part, and that might have left behind evidence that proves it. Arya was tricked into signing the blood contract. He needed to trick Arya into signing the contract somehow.
But you've seen how she's around him. That wouldn't have been very hard to do.
No, Arya may be a lovesick disaster around him, but she's still an attorney. She would be careful to read any contract she signed. We deduced earlier that her blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. And I remember, when you caught a glimpse of it, you immediately started teasing her.
Really trying, but I just can't remember what I saw. But if I was teasing her about it, it was probably related to her relationship with Asta.
What did Arya think she was signing?
I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really narrow it down.
It does. Quite a lot, actually. No, that's exactly the clue that I needed.
Really?
Arya signed, that's the wrong way, signed a marriage license. Isn't that what you call it? License? That's the only word that makes sense. Asta, there's one piece of physical evidence that proves you were involved in this.
Really?
The patron controlled Arya and committed each of the murders without having to do anything personally. This was all contingent on tricking her into signing a contract in the first place.
I recall that you went to a meeting with the High Speaker right before the massacre started. It was to discuss your marriage to Arya, wasn't it? Yes, that's correct. Esther, the blood contract that Arya signed needed to look like a normal legal document. But I just realized something while reading it. The language used would have made sense under a different context. In that contract, Arya gave you her mind, body, and soul. It would bind her to you so long as you both live.
Wait, are you saying?
No. In other words, till death do you part.
Objection!
That's a big leap in logic even for you. Whoever tricked my daughter would have surely destroyed the evidence by now. The demon went out of her way to destroy her memories of signing it. I doubt they would have left any copies of the marriage license to be found. Indeed, bringing such heavy accusations against the High Speaker or the King will require more than just speculation. First he dares call the King to testify, now he's trying to indict the High Speaker? He's a traitor to the nation! I have more than just speculation, Your Grace. I have a copy of it. Your Divine Edict only recreates the terms of the Black Contract, not the material that it was written on. The original document wouldn't be visible on your copy. It wasn't the copy I was talking about, Esther. What? Don't you wonder how I knew about that Black Contract? Every attorney has a magical runestone. They let us take pictures of crime scenes and write down notes magically. Yes, I'm well aware of them. And did you know Arya took a picture of the marriage license she signed?
What?
It's a news right! She was so happy to finally have your union codified that she took a picture of your marriage license. Even though it was technically illegal to do so.
Why would she?
The moment she regained consciousness, she thought she was a danger to others. She had no memories of what she did that day, but she knew something was wrong. That's why she locked herself in a prison with an anti-magic field. She was being rightfully cautious. But had she simply left any of those anti-magic field and checked her rootstone, she would have found a picture of a marriage license with the same words as blood contract. Come on. So I'll ask you this, Esther. Who gave the marriage license to her? Was it you or the High Speaker? If you don't want to answer, we can drag the truth out of both of you. Don't bother. So it really was you. Tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, do you know what the best kind of lie is? The kind that's hardest to disprove? No, not quite. It's the kind where you won't even try. The best kind of lie is the one you want to believe in. Truth can be right in front of you, but it will make you look away. If I recall correctly, McCoy made you experience that firsthand today. Your Majesty, what are you? I'm done with this farce. I'm sure if we brought the High Speaker to the stand, Kappa would just deduce what happened anyways. It was always going to end this way, I suppose. Perhaps I was just lying to myself. You no. Esther, you whelp! Are you saying that it was you? You used my daughter to commit mass murder! I did, Lucio. What of it? Or could you? And what right do you have to judge my actions, oh great-scaled lord? I was only cleaning up the mess you created. And if it weren't for Ares' little games, I would have done it in a much cleaner manner. Pardon me? No, I think I'll be pardoning myself. You can't be serious. No, he's Aster. I am the King of Isengard, am I not? Is that not my right? You're insane. Tell me, does this terrify you all? Do you know that I can do whatever I please with no one who can stop me? Is this not what you've all been doing to the rest of this country? Do you seriously expect to get away with this? I do. Who has the power to stop me? The Scaled Lord? Yes. Exactly him. That's why he hosted this trial in the first place. His authority is above yours. I didn't ask who could stop me, Tyrion. I asked who was going to. What? Why aren't either of you saying anything? Yes, Rathalion, have me arrested. Put my 7-year-old brother on the throne. I'm sure history will tell you exactly how kingdom fares when a child sits on a throne. Or would you take a throne for yourself? You spent all those centuries held away in this ruined city. I'm certain you know exactly what problems this nation is facing and what it needs to right itself. Rathalion. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I came here to do what's best for my people. I may not know the best course before me, but I know with painful certainty that it is not to seize control of this nation. I will not take that responsibility again. Nor will I thrust that responsibility onto those who would not have it. Not really surprising.
From everything I've seen, negligence has been your one consistent trait. What about you, Lucio? Are you going to try to depose me? The beloved prince, now king of Ravengard.
Did you remember the people of this nation love me and hate you?
Are you very skilled at arguing, Tyrion? I doubt even you could make the public see that as anything other than a military coup. Can you imagine? Grand General Lucio deposing the new king of Ravengard before the previous king's body is even interred. I wonder just how bloody of a civil war that would plunge this nation into. And even if Lucio doesn't have much difficulty crushing the commoners, I'm sure you can imagine just how tempting a weakened Ravengard would look to the other nations. Damn it! Killing Sybil and von Sanctus, left a power vacuum that only he could fill. Asta, you're holding the entire kingdom hostage! I'm merely consolidating power where it belongs. In the hands of a kind and benevolent ruler who's finally going to fix this nation. You murdered several people, consorted with demons, and enslaved your own fiancé. I'm sure that to you my actions may seem evil and unforgivable, but to the rest of them in the Ravengard nobility, I very much doubt they're even the first to do such a thing. This is just politics. And I think that makes checkmate, Cuthbert. Can't believe it. I've always wanted to say that. What are y'all doing? Are you just going to let him get away? Lucia, she's your daughter. Are you going to let him keep control over her? My daughter would not sacrifice the stability of Ravengard for her freedom. You know that to be true. That's... He killed so many people and he enslaved Arya. He almost killed you and he tried to kill me. Wait a minute, that's right. Why did he try to kill you? What do you mean? If Estel's the patron, that means that Piers originally sent the letter to him. Yeah. Yeah. If you were his half-sister, you wouldn't have a claim to the throne. So why would he go to so much trouble to kill Piers and you? Maybe he just wanted to make sure. But he wouldn't have had Aerys kill Piers personally if it wasn't important. He needed both you and Piers to die during the massacre. Which means you two were just as important targets as von Sanctus and Sybil. Okay, but my potential claim to the throne would be the only reason why he'd be scared of me. If that wasn't the problem, why would he be so scared of Pierce's blackmail? Would the line of succession be the only reason why he'd be scared of Celeste's parentage? Probably you remember about Ravengard's laws regarding parentage. Was there something someone mentioned about that? Yeah, come on! You recall a conversation you had with Aerys Ilmater. Despite everything, our kingdom's constitution still includes a scale lord in our government. Yep, he and his kin were given an honorary position on our political hierarchy. Ancient Dragon's authority technically rivals that of the king. He and his kin, huh? His kin! Scale Lord and his kin can override the king's rule? Wait. Who is Celeste's father? I like that we're making it very obvious what the answer is going to be. We're not even asking anymore like who are Celeste's parents, but strictly just who is Celeste's father. I find that extremely funny. That's a wow. You had a kid at almost 1,200, damn. A flood of memories comes back to you. Taking off the strength. She's very quick at learning new spells. Seven spells is a lot of spells. Yep, even in the human form. This can't be real. What is it, Tyrion? It's absolutely crazy, but it also makes a lot of sense. Ridiculous strength, her natural talent for learning magic. She inherited all of it from him. Are you okay? You got really pale all of a sudden. Yeah, what do you think about, being on the throne? Once you reveal this, there's no going back for her. Do you even have any right to do this to her? No, Arya's freedom writes on this. And as much as it pains you, this is the only way to save her and Ravengard. I'm sorry, Celeste. Why are you apologizing? What I'm about to do will change your entire life. Possibly in a way you don't want it to. I will place an unimaginable responsibility on your shoulders, but it's the only way to save Arya and stop him. So I'm sorry. Please forgive me for doing this.
Do you think one little life-changing event could ever change how I feel about you?
Are you sure?
I owe you and Arya for what I did.
But this is...
We need to do this to save Arya, right? It's partly my fault she's in the situation. But if my life is really going to change because of this, promise me one thing.
What is it?
Take responsibility for what you're about to do.
Of course. I was always going to do that regardless of what happened.
Good.
Are you two done flirting with each other?
Yes! Now it's time to kill you!
If you have nothing else to say, stop wasting all of our time. Esther, I know who Celeste's father is.
Wait, really?
What? Ooh! For those few scenes, they're really going all out with some of these surprise sprites. Nice.
No, you're bluffing. You have to be.
Why don't we test our theory then? You said that no one could contest your rule of Isengard aside from the Scaled Lords. But there's one more person, isn't there?
What are you talking about?
Only the Scaled Lord has the political power to override the will of the king. And his kin, Lucio. Yes, I suppose that's... King said, okay, I see it. As to the Isengard, you needed Celeste to die during the massacre. It's because her existence would always pose a threat to your rule.
Are you serious?
People of the Isengard nobility. Your current king was fearful of my bodyguard's parentage, and now we know why. Celeste McCoy is the daughter of the Scaled Lord Ithalian, ancient dragon, and creator of all arcane magic.
Dun, 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 dun.
Judging from your reaction, I'm right, aren't I?
I'm half dragon?
Well, I'm apparently part angel, so you're in good company. So the demon was speaking the truth. As to the Isengard, as the Scaled Lord's kin, Celeste has the authority to pass judgment on you and override your rule. And when you're gone, she will take your place as the ruler of Isengard. McCoy, think about this. You can't even begin to grasp what it takes to lead a nation, much less this broken one. You find this crown no less binding than any blood contract.
Just tell me one thing, Esther. Why did you do this to Arya? She trusted you. She loved you. You could have changed Isengard together with her. And you could have done it all without having to do any of this.
Is that what you really think? I suppose you would. You probably also think Tyrion is the first person to try to change this nation while still working within its laws.
There's nothing wrong with having ideals and working within a law.
Father was like that too. He was a man of ideals once. But I watched for my whole life I watched for my whole life as he was forced to compromise on everything he believed in, one ideal after another. It was to keep the peace. We must maintain the stability between the noble houses to uphold law and order. And do you know who paid the price every time? Not him, not me, not any of the nobles gathered here. The people who paid the price were the common folk. The kind of people that you two are always trying to save. I would have honestly thought you'd understand by now. A gulf exists between what is just and what is lawful in this kingdom. I'd have thought that you two, out of everyone, could have understood why I did this. We know it's not fair. We're capable of changing it, and you had the power to do just that. I am changing it! You worked so hard to find the truth behind Von Sanctus and Sybil's murders. But there's a little bit of truth that's apparent, that is evident to everyone in this room except you two. Half of the people present here today are glad that they're gone, and the other half wants to be the one to replace them. The blood I shed in a single hour did more good for this kingdom than you two would have done in years. So that's how you plan on fixing this country's problems? By working with demons and killing your way to a brighter future? If I have to, why not? Every day across this nation, commoners are killed and oppressed at the hands of the very nobles gathered here. They bleed this country dry and feed on its people like carrion. I'm merely returning a much-needed sense of equality. Do you really think any of you in a position to judge me? All of you came running at the news of my father's death. Also, you could be the first to fill my ears with your psychopathic praises. Do you know what the difference between the Empress of Discord and all of you is? The demon was just a bit more honest. Arya wanted to change that. She would have helped you. Arya's too stupid and too naive to do anything. She loved you. How could you? She loved her idea of me. She loved the weak and ineffectual prince who would have borne watching his kingdom rot with a damned smile. She loved your kindness, Aster. This is kindness. The blood I will spill will be the greatest kindness this kingdom has ever known. And once I'm done, Vivengard will be better and stronger for it. Aster, McCoy, I don't care what you are. The Scared Lord's daughter, the rightful heir, none of that matters to me. I will save my kingdom and its people, and I will carve the rot out of its heart piece by bloody piece. Nothing will stand in my way. I am Aster the Vivengard, King of Vivengard, and consort to the Lord of the Sixth. I am nothing but a dead man. Volnus. Lucio. What? No! Lucio, what have you done? The blood contract, Cuthbert. What? My daughter's blood contract. Does it still exist? Check your satchel, and sure enough, Arya's blood contract has completely disintegrated. Its conditions have been fulfilled, haven't they? Because they no longer both live. Excellent. What? Just like that? That's certainly one way to go out. Lucio, this is not what we discussed. My daughter would never be free as long as that wretch lived. McCoy agreed to take his place. This was always how it was going to end. Lucio, you can't seriously expect to... Save your breath, Cuthbert. I already know. Kingsguard, what are you standing around for? The Grand General has just committed regicide. Arrest him at once. I suppose that's happened. This isn't really something to celebrate. I'm compelled to agree. To think that His Majesty was so far gone, or he consorted with a demon. Also, he could save the common folk. Regardless of his actions, he did have the same goals as you. He truly wanted to make things better for the common folk. Yeah, speaking of making things better for the common folk, please, anyone who has even a passing interest in Danmei novels, please read Have an Official's Blessing. I'm so serious. Thank you. Kills the king, orders for his own arrest, and presumably subsequent execution doesn't elaborate. I mean, I get why, but also I find it a little sad because this means Arya just lost her father forever, even if he was never really there for her that much. And now also, once we tell her about all this, her fiance. It's not what I said. He surely wanted to make things better for the common folk. Even with the Forest, he never caught a hint of the pain he must have been feeling. He closely guarded his true emotions from everyone, including Arya. No wonder Aerith was able to manipulate him. You of all people know exactly how easily she can exploit someone's emotions. When you said serious, I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Nevertheless, it's apparent that there's no need to continue this trial. Although it's clear our work is only just beginning. Court is adjourned for the time being. You're all free to return to your homes. However, I'm sure there's still much for each of us to discuss. Many things have changed here today, and I'm sure many of us will need to make arrangements to adapt. Until then, please refrain from discussing the events of today outside of these halls. This goes without saying, but we must keep today's events secret from the public, at least for now. You all exit the Scaled Lord's lair. Considering everything that's happened, this should feel like a victory. Arya was saved, Aerys was vanquished, temporarily at least, and the patron no longer lives. Hey. Hi. We won, didn't we? So why does this feel so... Yeah, I feel the same way. He was a terrible person. He killed people. He tried to kill us, and he used Arya like a puppet. I really wish we could have changed his mind. Yeah. Sometimes people are beyond saving. And I think he made up his mind a long time ago. He knew what he was doing to Arya, and I can't think of any other way we could have truly freed her. I know, I just hope she's... Hello. I'm glad I found you before you left. You freeze up when you look at her. More specifically, you're a little disturbed by what the Eye of Horus is showing you.
Oh, Arya! Remember we had a conversation with Marinette and didn't tell us more about it?
Oh, yeah! True! I'm glad you can remember that because I certainly didn't remember it.
I'm so sorry,
Why are you apologizing? What? If it's about your testimony, I'm afraid I will need to charge you with perjury.
Right. Wait, seriously? Come on, I'm basically your boss now.
No one is above the law. That was made apparent when... She suddenly stops talking before she mentions his name. She doesn't trail off, her voice doesn't even break. She simply stops, as if she were a machine that ceased functioning.
Arya? Anyways, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You do have a talented defense counsel after all.
Right. You really want to say something back, but you're too off-put to say anything.
Anyways, I wanted to thank you for the hard work you've done, Mr. Cuthbert. I truly mean it when you say you have my gratitude.
Yeah, of course.
Anyways, I have much work to get done now that the Grand General is in custody. I'll be taking my leave.
Yeah.
What was that all about? Why didn't you say anything to her?
I didn't see anything through the eye.
She must be subconsciously guarding her emotions.
I really mean it when you say you have my...
I guess I don't really blame her.
No, Celeste, I didn't see anything. What? I looked at her with the eye. She wasn't holding anything back. And even with that, I saw nothing. There was no anger, no sadness, no fear, no joy. I've used the eye to see the emotion of a countless amount of people, but I've never seen that before. It was like I was looking at a machine. But you're right, I should have said something. I'm going to... As you're about to chase after her, Celeste stops you.
Do you mind if I talk to her?
Are you sure?
Yeah, we actually hang out a lot outside of the trials. I think she might respond better to me.
You remember the comforting feeling of her hand in yours? Alright, I suppose I'll let you handle it. Once again, you remember the comforting feeling of her hand in you. Yeah, you... Okay. Just, keep it verbal. Right? Never mind, I don't know what I'm saying. Just go. Alright, you weirdo. It looks like you've gotten the acquittal of yet another client, but it didn't tie up quite so neatly as you'd hoped.
What do you mean she's gone? She was just here.
I'm sorry, you're... Grace? You may not know what the future has in store for the two of you, but perhaps that's okay. You have a feeling that as long as you have her, as long as you have everyone, you can begin forging your own path. A path that is completely chosen by you this time.
Ooh! Damn it, Arya, where are you?
Oh! Hello! My apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you.
No, it's fine.
Oh god! Right, You're looking for Miss Steven, aren't you?
Yeah, how do you know?
She's been sitting outside my lair for a while. I tried speaking to her, but...
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to try talking to her.
Of course.
Nathalion,
Yes.
I'm not mad at you, you know? But I'm not sure why you left me at the McCoy Tavern, but because of that I got to be raised by my mom and dad. And if I didn't live there, I would have never met Tyrion or Arya. I can never be mad about you giving me a life like that. Plus, now I know that I'm half dragon. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Miss McCoy.
Don't be so formal. I'm technically your daughter, aren't I?
Right. Celeste. So, I've been meaning to ask about you and Mr. Cuthbert. Are you two?
Oh wow, look at how late it is. I better go to talk to Arya right now. I'll see you later, Scale Dad. I mean Scale. Bye. Scale Dad.
Self, my daughter. I suppose I understand how you feel now, Lucia.
Scale Dad.
We have to kill the fly. Oh my god! Anyone who's seen Avatar, the one scene where they're talking about how to confront the Fire King, the Fire Lord, and he accidentally calls him, instead of calling him the Fire Lord, he says Father Lord. That's what this feels like.
Hey, Arya.
Oh, Celeste, what are you doing here?
Just making sure you're doing okay. You are doing okay, right? Thank you for the... Yeah, Father Lord. I am. There's no need to worry about me. You look at my... look, you're looking up at the sky. Are you stargazing? I was looking at the moon. It's full tonight. Do you mind if I watch with you? Do what you want. I technically take orders from you now. You know, it was also full moon outside on the night my parents found me in their inn. That's why they named me Celeste. It's a word for heavenly bodies in a draconic language. Is that so? Yeah, they told me they thought I was a gift from the Scaled Lord. In a roundabout way, they were actually kind of right. It's a little funny when you think about it. By the way, I never got to thank you for sticking up for me before. But remember, you jumped onto the stand when Tyrion manifested my blood contract? Not that I blame him, but I don't think even he believed in me at that point.
The draconic language, also known as Portuguese. Actually, this game that takes place in Portugal.
If you'd never done that, who knows how this could have ended up. I really appreciated you doing that. You're a really good person, Arya.
I was merely doing what I thought was right.
Yeah, I guess that's what you've always done. You're not really going to charge me with perjury, are you?
Of course I am. I was serious about that.
Damn it.
But we do require your help to hold the structure of our kingdom together. We won't sentence you to prison, but I might have you do some community service.
Fine, I guess I can live with that.
My father told me I was being too lenient, but I can understand the position you were put in. We all do stupid things for love, after all.
Stupid. Arya? How could I be so stupid?
You're not. I am. I'm a complete and utter fool. I knew about blood contracts after what happened to Beatrice. I'm an attorney, for Lord's sake. I've read countless legal documents, and when I signed the contract, I knew something was wrong. But I was just so stupidly happy. It's not fair. No one could have expected him to do something like that. My father, he's going to pay for my stupid mistakes. I'm sorry. Celeste, why did I trust him so much? He used me like a puppet. With my hands and my magic, he made me... I'm sorry, Arya. What he did to you was horrible, and I don't know how to make it better. But you're not alone, okay? It's not just me. Tyrion, your father, we're all here for you. So please don't shut off your emotions from us. Thank you. Celeste, I think I've made a decision. What's that? I'm going to drop the charges of perjury against you. Wait, are we still on that? Mr. Cuthbert, I've spoken with my associates in the press. The story you created should be printed as we speak. I don't like this. We're lying to the people finding out about what really happened. Not to mention the story paints me like some kind of god. I understand your reservations, but Asta was right about how the common folk felt about him. If you told the people what actually happened, they would never believe it. They think that his death was a part of some sort of political conspiracy. And even with this cover story, we can't be certain that they still won't suspect that. Arya, shouldn't you be resting? Nonsense.
Oh, that's a music fight. Oh.
I'm not going to sit around feeling sorry for myself while everyone else fixes my mistakes. She may be hiding her pain behind a smile, but she's not shutting down her emotions like before. Also less able to get through to her. As much as it pains me, we should strive to carry forth the virtues that Asta represented to the common folk. Livengard will gain more from those false virtues than from the person that he truly was. The stability of a nation must be maintained if we're to move forward, and if we must use the people's PT against them, so be it. Arya, and as the newly appointed head of House Tyrion, I will also do my part to support your rule. As will the Scared Lord. Celeste smiles in gratitude to the words, but she meekly glances at you expectantly. Hi-Ti? Piety? Piety? Piety?
Piety. Piety.
Okay. Thank you. Do you even have to ask? I made a promise to you, didn't I?
Piety. Okay, piety.
And it's not just us. I'll do my best to make sure that the rest of Livengard supports you too.
But yeah, since you two patched things up, we could ask for Ruby's help.
Oh, right. I forgot I was supposed to meet with her this morning. I'll need to apologize to her about that.
Wait, have you still not told her about what happened yet?
We had more important things to worry about. I'm sure that she'll understand.
Tyrion, the last time you saw her, you manifested a black contra without explaining anything. Then you vaguely said something about helping Arya.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything to her once things quiet down.
Tyrion, the story you fabricated is being printed right now. Everyone in Livengard is going to read about it in the paper, including her.
Ah! By Titty without the first T. Piety. Ah! What's all this noise about? Have you been living under a rock, lady? Read the morning paper. The Scared Lord has returned. Monica Tech claims lives as prominent figures. Chaos broke out yesterday during a private wedding between Arya Steven and Crown Prince Asta of Ivengard. In a surprise attack orchestrated by a malevolent demon, a devastating loss was inflicted upon our kingdom, shattering the very foundations of our power and stability. The carnage left in the wake of this abyssal assault was nothing short of catastrophic. Among the fallen were Lady Corin and Sybil, Lord Lloyd von Sanctus, and Lord Lucius Stevens. Both King Olivier and Crown Prince Asta made a heroic attempt to repel the foul monster. While the profane demon was felled and defeated, the king and the crown prince tragically lost their lives in the ensuing battle. Wait. Right. The general public doesn't know that the then king died. Okay, no, I was like, wait, the small one didn't die, but I'm confusing people. Amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged to prevent the kingdom from descending into further disarray. The Scared Lord himself descended from the heavens, restoring order and making a profound proclamation. In a selfless act to maintain the integrity and unity of Ivengard, the Scared Lord anointed his holy daughter as the new queen of Ivengard. What? Again with the Scared Lord nonsense. This reeks of a violent political coup. I bet his new queen is. I bet she's just another rotten nope. This is a picture of her on the next page. What the fuck? After hearing what happened to my former lord, I thought a lot about my actions. I want to ask you to forgive me, Your Majesty. But I want to continue to atone for all the harm I've caused.
They almost let her say fuck.
I will continue my studies in the field of conservation. With the kingdom in such disarray, it falls onto people like me to maintain order.
Yeah?
Why are you looking at me like that? Glad you didn't change, Miriam.
Courtroom TVs!
No, I'd be able to do this if it weren't for your investment in our cafe. I feel partially responsible for what happened at the Imperial Academy. I'd like to make amends however I can.
Don't worry about that. Business has been booming ever since we set up shop in Red Home.
But more customers just means more work for me.
Oh, you have a still job. I've been developing my necromancy ever since I began working under Lord of Sleepiest. I think I've grown quite good at it. Don't get ahead of yourself. You've grown competent at it. Oh, that was a joke. You're probably the best necromancer I know. Aside from me, of course. Waifu consultation? What kind of... What do you mean? Wait, what does a waifu consultant do? I'm sorry, but I still can't remember anything. From what I've read in my record, perhaps that's a good thing. Even if your memories are gone, your crimes can be changed. You still have to serve your sentence, but I do hope you can live out the rest of your life in peace. Yeah. Well, these composers went crazy with the music. What are you looking at, Pack? Wait. Oh no, it's you. Crazy chick isn't with you, is she? No, she's your new queen, though. Are you looking behind me, man? Did you just call me crazy? Oh lord, run for it, Kevin! If I need more time in the oven, I have experience with this. Big of farmhouse setting up the game story stand. Good to see you, Mr. Cuthbert. From what I hear, you've certainly moved up in the world. Yeah, a lot has happened. I don't even know where to begin. I'm glad to see the refinery is doing well. Well, I suppose I have you to thank for that. You're quite the... Will Her Majesty call you? An angel investor? Yes, that's it! Actually, I'm here on behalf of Her Majesty. We both had an idea for a business venture. And we think it would set a good precedent if you employed a company with your business practices. Oh, I think I like the sound of that. I still have much to learn about leading a noble house. I hope I can bring House Frigga and Raven out to a brighter future. I think it's about time we ended the constant feuding between the Stevens and the Friggas. And I'd like for us to work together. I may not know much, but this certainly sounds like a step in the right direction.
Jaka will do best to help Queen.
I appreciate the gesture, but I don't think...
Banks need gold, right? Jaka can dig for gold.
Hi, Barry! We are in the credits cutscene sequence. I don't think I can save here, but...
Oh! And that makes Shake mad, Cuthbert.
What? Did you just lose?
No.
I demand a rematch.
Learn to lose with dignity for Lord's sake.
I'm glad I let him keep those armbands. Wait, I can? Oh, I can! Okay, here you go.
Huh? Huh?
If you defeat a most foul demon in front of a dragon as a judge, now I can finally live my dream as a farmer. Scale low with sacrifice. Oh, fuck! But it keeps playing. That's unfortunate. Oh no! I'm literally a queen. Who wouldn't want this mantle? Actually, this job is kind of annoying. Occupation queen. Sorry.
As long as I have you with me, I'm happy.
Website. I guess this is basically just a video that's playing right now. Or do I have a log? No, there's a log still. You may have everyone else fooled, but I know how the story goes. A mage is still a mage, a noble is still a noble.
Come on, don't be like that.
Yeah, if you want to prove me wrong, by all means. But I ain't holding my breath. I suppose you have every reason not to trust those in power. But we are going to fix this kingdom, and we're going to do it within the confines of the law.
wish he would talk to us. He needs time to process everything that happened. I don't think he'd be very receptive to us. At least not right now. We should probably hire a therapist.
You should. You should probably. Ah, crowdfunders.
Are you okay? Yeah, I really appreciate you coming here with me. His actions were absolutely deplorable. I was hoping coming here would give me closure, but with Tonsangas and Sybil gone, we have had a much easier time repairing our kingdom. Be uneasy about all this. No, I also see what you mean. He may have had good intentions, but he refused to let anyone work with him. Even with Ares, they were just using each other. I do think he really wanted to change Vibengard, but he would only do it on his own terms. Even if he did end up achieving his goals, the legacy he'd leave behind would be one of blood. No lasting peace or justice could have that as a foundation.
Surprisingly mature of you.
I'm always mature.
Technically, she's also the older of the two of you.
Goodbye, Esther.
Are you kidding me, Ruby? What kind of ridiculous case was that? Weren't you the one who called a monkey to the stand during Beatrice's trial?
I suppose you have a point.
Anyways, truth is often stranger to Ah, fuck off! You should know that better than anyone. Oh my god, I just realized. Is this what I've been doing to Arya? You're the one I wanted to be lead prosecutor. I'm only filling in for her until we can find a qualified replacement. Well, if you ever get bored of life as a royal, there's always a spot open at my office. Yeah.
I see they allowed you to keep your axe.
I thought I asked you to stop visiting me.
You did. I merely chose to ignore you.
My coarse impertinence is rubbing off on you.
I'll take it as a compliment.
I am glad to see you in just such good spirits. It's clear that I underestimated you. My god, how many scenes are there?
I'm surprised you're not sentencing me to death.
I'm surprised you're still here.
I suppose I should be grateful. Yeah, we kind of need you alive so we know when Ares is back.
You're using me like a canary in a coal mine? I'm almost proud of you two.
Although, I am curious as to why she hasn't returned yet.
What the hell is this?
Oh, why are you preventing me from leaving?
Well, I can't very well let you make a fool of yourself a second time. You are not to leave the Sixth Circle until I tell you otherwise. Lord of the Ninth! So says the word of Asmodeus.
Are you grounding me?
If you want to behave like a petulant child, I'll treat you like one.
I swear, when I get out of here...
What have I told you about speaking in future tense? He's invoking his own name. That's crazy.
Are you sure you don't want to move into the castle with us, Mom? No, I've grown attached to this place. It was your father's, and it doesn't seem right to abandon it. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Anyways, I want to give you two some privacy.
Mom. So stop dragging your feet, Tyrion. I want to live to see my grandkids.
Mom!
So, I was wondering, you've lived for a really long time, right?
I have.
Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm sorry. There was one many centuries ago, but I lost her. It was rare, even across the centuries when I've sought companionship. Dragons are magical beings, and the creation of offspring is rare. So much so, it's a miracle that you were born. I'm sorry, but you are alone.
I don't really feel that way. I think I spent so much time with Arya that she's basically my sister. Also, bye, Room! Thank you for coming by. And Tyrion, well...
Perhaps I should have some words with Mr. Cuthbert.
Don't you dare.
Aww.
So we meet again, Crimson Demon. Who keeps telling people about that nickname?
Who knows? Could have been anyone.
Tyrion? You don't like it? I could help you come up with a new one. I'm good, thanks. How about Scaled Empress? Okay, I actually really like that.
It's a good name. Oh, hi, Cuthbert. Hey. I have everything ready for tonight. What?
It's nothing. Pretend like you don't know anything. What?
Oh, I see. So it's for her.
What are you doing?
It's a surprise.
Alright, you weirdo.
It must be weird to outlive your own children for centuries. Oh! What?
Hey, why'd you bring me out here? You're not usually this secretive.
Come on, it's a surprise.
Wait, is that a boat? Are you going to be okay? I thought you were really prone to motion sickness.
Don't worry, I've done this plenty of times before.
Alright, if you say so. Tyrion, it's really dark. Are you sure this is safe?
Yeah, there will be plenty of lights in.
Soon.
In about 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Right on schedule. You knew this would happen?
During certain times of the year, the ley lines around Aranax become extremely potent. A lot of the businesses here take advantage of this to charge the arcane power cells in their homes, and those effects are amplified when they do it simultaneously. This is what happens when they synchronize with each other. It lights up the entire city.
Ooh, that's cool. You're such a nerd.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, it is.
My mom used to bring me out here before everything happened. You're the only other person I've ever shown this to.
Oh. I really miss being able to spend time with you like this.
Yeah, me too.
It was so much simpler when you're just an attorney and I was your bodyguard. But now I'm a Skate Lord's daughter and you're the lead prosecutor. We barely get to see each other.
But at least we're together now. And you have something to remember whenever we're apart.
Yeah. This is so sweet. I love it. What?
Your thoughts are leaking, Celeste?
What do you... It's been so long, I forgot to...
Ooh! Something wrong. She's always had a habit of teasing you, so you can't help but enjoy putting her on the other end for once.
I didn't really mean... Wait, I did mean it, but... I know this is a really rude thing to say, but I kind of hate the Eye of Horus sometimes.
Love you too, Celeste.
Okay.
You try to inch closer to her, but she's trying her hardest to avoid eye contact with you. If you do that too much, you're both going to fall off of this boat, I guarantee. Well, there's one way to make her meet your gaze.
Tyrion,
Do you not want this?
Of course I do. I think I've wanted this for a long time. I always find myself smiling like an idiot whenever we're together. I don't think I've ever felt this happy before.
Faces much closer.
Oh, I need a screenshot of this.
Yeah!
You may never be able to go back to your old lives, but moments like this make everything worth it. You always keep your promise, right? No matter what happens, no matter where each of us goes, we'll go there together. But... sorry, this is all a little too much. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. All the time you need. Right now we have all the time in the world.
What the fuck? Who's this?
That was a quick switch up from the kiss. Have you heard about what happened in Vivengard? Is that why you've called me here? It's could have been in an email, Arch-Sentinel. This is serious. How do we not know about this Tyrion Cuthbert? Keeping records of the Heavensborn is Lumina's responsibility, High Inquisitor. Frey Cuthbert was always a slippery one, even you couldn't track her. And he's just one Heavensborn. He brought the Lord of the Six to the court of bloody Azathoth. You have any idea the amount of damage they could have done to the multiverse? The multiverse? The multi? Oh no. You're worrying too much. We're still here, aren't we? The multiverse is intact and everything is fine. Ilya, here's the Eye of Odin. What? I checked the data my drones collected. These readings, they're exactly the same as the ones we gathered during our experiment with Frey. He awakened its power, albeit briefly. And he did it in front of the Lord of the Sixth. We must assume that the Lord of the Ninth knows about it as well. Come on, that's impossible. Even you said it was impossible to manifest Odin's power on the mortal plane? The Lord of the Ninth has begun moving his forces. He knows, Ilya. You know better than anyone else. Nothing is impossible when the House of Horrors is involved. Right, you win. I'll look into this. Exercise discretion. If they ever find out about what we did with Frey. I know, it could mean war with Vivengard. Yeah, it could mean war with the entire Outer Planes.
To be continued! What?
They give us a kiss and it's over this quickly only to give us this? Oh, to be continued with something big happening? Shut the fuck up, I want more of that kiss. Have a good night, Mel.
What the fuck?
Ah, there's just a full list of all the crowdfunded. Okay. And the credits is... aha. Ah. I do wish... I know they only have a few CGs in there, but I do wish they would have given you a gallery in the main menu, because I have no way to look at just the CGs. Unless I have like a save point right there, or I took a screenshot back then. I did not take that many screenshots of the game, but
wow! Wow! God damn! Hello? Huh? What the fuck?
it is a very heavy cliffhanger for sure. Oh my god, but what a game! What a game! Hold on. People behind this game are called Diamond Henge Entertainment. Will there be a sequel to Attorney of the Arcane? Yes, we're currently developing the art assets for Tyrion 2, and we hope to have a playable demo of Case 1 available for free within the next 1 to 2 years. Oh. You are also free to use any of the characters as profile pictures. That's a cute FAQ section on their website.
Wow. Cool. Cool. Oh, this was fun.
Oh, this was so much fun. What a game. Damn. It was a really nice game. Wow. I'm also glad we managed to finish it in this stream. One more go. Yay. We didn't have to go that much overtime. Cool. Very cool. Very good. Very good. You can also buy the soundtrack on Steam. Oh, interesting. Nice. 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 Thank you. Nice to know. Thank you. Ah, fun. Fun. This was good. Okay. Cool. That's another game on the list of finished games. Nice. That means I have to find something new. Well, I know. I think I know what game I'm going to play next, because it is already August and I am running out of time to get it done before the next thing drops in September. After this much, not quite Ace Attorney, I think we're actually going to be playing our next Ace Attorney game. Because now I really want to play Ace Attorney just so I can, like, look at the differences. This week doesn't need a new game? Yeah, technically. Oh, cool. I'm happy. I'm very happy now. This was a great game. I'm gonna have to gather my thoughts and actually write a proper review. I wish I wrote reviews more often, but I want to, like, write proper reviews, and I was like, oh god, what do I even write in here? Words. But definitely I can recommend this game. This was good. This was really good. Thank you so much for coming by. Goodness gracious, hell yeah. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming by. I am going to send you guys over to Sybil tonight, because Sybil is playing a game called Moonless Moon, which looks very pretty, so why not? Do you have only one proper review? I think I have a few, actually. Some of them are quite old at this point, but I was like, especially for indie games, I feel like I should write those reviews more often, because it's like, yes, please. When I look at other indie games, I'm also like, oh, have people written reviews for this? Well, what's the general consensus? What do people have to say about this? But this was good. This was nice. I am very happy. I can go to sleep happy today. Thank you so much for coming by and joining me for this game. I hope you all have a very, very good night. I'll see you on Friday for Octopath Traveler. Until then, good night.
And bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The kissed!